it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owners, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser, getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Matchup between your very own PSJA North Raiders and the Laredo United South Panthers. The Panthers represent District 29 6A. It's Texas high school football, and there's no better place to be than here at beautiful DHR Hillfield. I'm Javi Martinez, and with me is the rock and roller, Robert Elizondo. Robert, last night we were honored to call a game, the Bears and Eagle Pass. Tonight it is PSJA North turn to try to advance to the area round. They're going to host Laredo United Panthers.
Absolutely, Javi, and last night was a heck of a game to get the playoffs started. This time we have the first round of Bi-District 6A Division I playoffs getting ready to go. And again, you know, we saw the kids last night leave everything on the field. Game goes into overtime, and it goes all the way to fourth down. And our home team just fell a little short, but you know, on the elevator ride up here, Javi, you heard the community talking about how hard these kids fought and what a season they had, and it's something to take away with. But tonight, a different story. We have the PSJA North Raiders, who are fresh off a win here. They're going to go into the playoffs now, and you know, these kids are excited. They haven't been here in a while. Coach Kaufman's done a great job preparing these kids, and you know, this is exactly what Friday night football is supposed to be like, beautiful weather, and both crowds pumped and amped up tonight.
It's a 5 p.m. kickoff start here at beautiful PSJA Stadium, DHR Hillfield. The visiting team, Laredo United South, will be kicking off. They're in their away white jerseys. The PSJA North Raiders intimidating in their all-black uniforms, silver helmets. It's going to be a good ball game. The Raiders, as you mentioned, coming fresh off a 37-0 drumming of Mackay to get ready for the playoffs. The Raiders come in at 6-4. The Raider United South comes in at 3-7, but don't be mistaken by that record. United South, the Panthers, are tough. The opening kickoff here at PSJA Stadium fielded at the 24-yard line, and that's where the return man slips, falls, and the Raiders will have their opening possession at their own 24-yard line.
So joining us tonight, we got our stat man, the Jedi, Israel Nicanor, who's going to be keeping our stats here tonight. So welcome, Israel. And, you know, it's a wonderful production that we have here. Our K-Tri staff does an excellent job bringing these games to the community and all those who watch it online. And welcome again. So we got an exciting night of football, exciting evening of football. It's going to be a great festive by-district matchup. The Raiders with Rangel under center. It's an end around. The Raiders are off and running on first down. Big time run right there by John Garza. He took that ball at the 24, marches past midfield to the Panthers' 49-yard line. And again, you know, the Panther defense keying in on Isaac Gonzalez, who's their leading rusher, and a little, you know, trickery there. They give it to number 24 for the Raiders. You see it right here on the end around. Garza just takes it off the left-hand side and just shoots out, takes the edge, hits the sideline, and right there is right where he gets steps out of bounds. So, you know, big carry there on the first play. That's the way you want to get the playoffs started, Javi.
27-yard pickup on first down, and on another first down, the Raiders are back to action, and they're muscling their way up to the 41, maybe the 42-yard line of the Panthers. So right off the bat, Robert, the Raiders are flexing their muscle offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've talked about how productive this offensive line is. They're the unsung heroes of the season, and that was number 21, the freshman, who takes that ball up to 7 yards, making it 2nd and 3.
Isaac Gonzalez with 793 yards rushing on the year. Very impressive for a freshman at 7 touchdowns. They're going to fake it to him. Rangel keeps it, dodges a couple of would-be tacklers, gets tackled down at the 36-yard line. More than enough for a first down. Good pickup right there by the Raiders, picking up their 2nd first down of the ball game.
So they're going to mark it at the 33. It's going to be a 5-yard, it's going to be a 9-yard pickup there. And Rangel, you know, he's dangerous with his arm and dangerous with his legs. You know, it keeps the defense on its toes.
So a good pickup right there. Officially, they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 once again for the Raiders. Under center is Rangel. They're going to give it to their up man, number 31. That time carries the ball, Micah Lopez. That was Arturo Beltran.
That was number 3, Arturo Beltran, their leading rusher. He gets stopped for no gain on that one. Javi runs into a buzzsaw there in the middle of that defensive line. And so Beltran comes in with 626 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 34 receptions. So he's an all-around athlete right there for North.
Yeah, Beltran is an exceptional talent. Watch him to be running the ball, receiving the ball right now. It is Rangel at quarterback, flanked by his running back. He fakes it to him up the middle. A keeper, good solid defensive effort right there. Good tackle by number 31 for the Panthers. Mr. Cesar Contreras, a senior linebacker on the tackle right there.
A little bit more discipline there for the defense there as they key on the quarterback. Number 20 misses the tackle. Number 31's there to clean up. And again, you know, this is the quarterback for the Raiders.
Yeah, he can do it through the ground on the pass. Rangel has passed for 1,495 yards, 14 touchdowns at 1,198 yards on the ground. And a bad snap. Rangel does his best to get it. He's got a lot of open room, though. This might work out in their benefit. Squeezes by a couple defenders down the right sideline, the far sideline, right in front of the Panthers sideline. And that's a big-time gain right there by Rangel, making something out of nothing.
And sometimes things go in your favor, Javi. That bad snap was a recipe for disaster. And just look at the awareness of Rangel to scoop it up, go to the wide side of the field. His defenders turn around, quickly begin to block downfield, and that's what really opens it up for them to get downfield and establish a new set of downs here. 1st and 10, balls on the 16.
That's a great maturity level of a play right there by Rangel, not panicking, knowing what he's got to do, and that's pick up yards. He's going to sit back in the pocket, fire. He overthrows Beltran. Beltran had to step on the defender, but Rangel not able to connect. First pass by Rangel is an incomplete.
So Rangel really never gets his feet set on the ground. He's throwing from his toes. The release is a little high, and that's exactly why that ball trails high for Beltran. He tips it up, and again, tipped balls can cause a lot of turnovers, and it falls on the ground as an incompletion here. It's 0-0 right now, Javi. 9:20 in the first quarter, but the Raiders are already in red zone territory.
Yes, they are. They're sitting at the 16-yard line of the Panthers. Of course, this drive began at the Raiders' 24-yard line, so they're marching down the field looking really good. 2nd and 10, and misdirection play, an end around. Let's see if the Raiders can get some positive yards, and I believe they do, and that is a good run by John Garza right there. Picking up a couple yards, not much, but still makes it a more manageable 3rd down upcoming.
A lot of east and west running here right now, you know, and that could take a toll on the defense as the quarters wear on. But, you know, this time they did a better job of corralling Garza there on that end around, and they only limited him to 3 yards.
So for the first time this evening, the Raiders are going to be forced into a 3rd down situation. It's 3rd and 7 here early in the first quarter. 8:44 remaining in the first quarter. Raiders on the march. They take the opening kickoff from the 24, driving a good quick slant pattern right there to the receiver. They're going to mark him down at the 10. He needed the 11, so that'll be more than enough for a first down for the Raiders. 7. They needed 7. They pick up 8 on that pass play. First down, Raiders.
Number 83, Israel Olivares, the senior receiver, extends his body after contact, and that's really what gets him the first down all the way to the 5-yard line. So you're right, 1st and goal, ball's now on the 5-yard line, and the Raiders, you know, doing a good job on this series.
They're almost going to eat up about 4 minutes on this drive. Of course, this began at the 24-yard line. Rangel with the keeper. He's going to sneak in. Does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown. Excuse me. That is Beltran with a direct snap, and the Arturo Beltran with his 21st touchdown of the season. He's a dynamic player. He puts the Raiders up 6-0.
Yeah, and that was just a direct snap. He knew where he was going. You go through the meaty side of that offensive line. They did a great job getting a push off that defensive line, and nothing but easy scoring there for Beltran as he gets tossed into the end zone by the defender wrong way. You don't want to tackle him towards the end zone, but it works out in the Raiders' favor.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Over that goal line, touchdown Raiders. Here we are awaiting the extra point.
So the Raiders trying to make it 7-0. The extra point pending. A bit of a pause in the action here from beautiful DHR Health Field at PSJA Stadium. The kick is off the upright, so that'll be no good. So the Raiders offensively shine on their opening possession, take a 6-0 lead, but
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
Absolutely right, Javi, when you talked about those missed extra points coming back to bite the other team later on in the game.
Well, the Raiders flex their muscle offensively. They come in District 36A ranked second, averaging 419 yards, 31 points. Defensively, Robert, what the Raiders are going to be doing right now, playing defense, they come in first in District 36A, only giving up 22 points and only 270 yards. The Panthers average 22 yards offensively, so it could be a defensive struggle. Let's see if that black unit can dominate defensively as they have done all year long.
So very interesting. We got two teams, silver and black, facing each other tonight. One is named PSJ North, the other one's named United South. So we got North versus South here, and then the colors is a big thing. The black dominating early this evening.
Yeah, both teams with silver helmets. Of course, United on the road wearing their road whites. The Raiders sporting their all black top and bottoms. And here we go. The Raiders about to kick off. It's an onside kick, little pooch punch, a live ball fielded by the Panthers at their own 42-yard line. And that was very close. Gutsy call right there by Kaufman. Almost successful, but the Panthers do corral that onside kick and will have excellent field position.
Yeah, and there's a lot of bodies just watching that ball bounce around. Nobody really making a play on it. The South decides to step up and come up and grab it, and that works out in their favor as they're going to have really good field position with the ball sitting at their own 42-yard line here at DHR Health Field at PSJA ISD Stadium.
The Panthers are led by their quarterback Efrain Hernandez. His top running back is Brian Benavides, Sergio Vela, Ruben Arce, and Robert Sandoval are top receivers. On first down, it's a give up the middle, and right on cue, a lot of helmets. There's 11 defenders, and I believe 10 defenders were on that tackle right there.
And Benavides takes that ball, pushes it up the line there, gets 3 yards. We call that 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You know, this South team is predominantly running team, but they can get you with that short option pass. They had some big passes on their last game. And so, again, you know, you want to keep it varied to keep that defense guessing.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 upcoming for the Panthers. Their opening possession as they throw 6-0. It's at the Panther 45-yard line. Lone running back. They're going to give it to him up the middle. He's got a good crease around the left side of that offensive front. He's going to fall forward for about 6 yards. He'll be past midfield at the Raiders 49, but that brings up a 3rd and 1 upcoming.
And that was Seven Sanchez with the tackle, stopping the defender just a yard short of the first down.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Panthers. They're going to give it to their running back once again. He eludes a couple defenders, And he's off to the races, gets past the 30, the 25, dragged down at the 22-yard line. So he hustles from the 49 to the 22. Big time gain right there by that Panther offense.
And that's what we were talking about right now, Javi. Predominantly running. This young man Benavides is a workhorse for United South here. Oh, the United might have gotten away with a hold there, but it's all right. No call, and now it's 1st and 10 here with ball now on the Raider 22-yard line.
The Panthers keep it on the ground with Benavides. He breaks a couple of tackles. You're not going to get him down with arm tackling, that's for sure. That's an early indication how strong Benavides runs. That's a good 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
And again, Benavides just following his lineman up the field, and as soon as he sees the daylight on the edge, he cuts it up. He doesn't string it out to the left-hand side, doesn't string it out. He's one of those that you teach your running backs. As soon as you see daylight, hit north and south, and that's exactly what Benavides does, following the big guys up there, and that's why they've been successful all season long with the young man.
Approaching the halfway point of the 1st quarter, a lot of offense right there. Quarterback trying to pass this Hernandez. He's going to get bottled up in the backfield. Big time quarterback sack right there by the Raiders. First tackle for a loss, and that's a huge one. That pushes the Panthers back to their own 20-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long upcoming for the Panther offense.
And the quarterback didn't have anybody throw there. Hernandez looking for somebody downfield. He was trying to look for a quick roll-up on the out there. The defenders for the Raiders do an excellent job on the coverage, which allows the defense to quickly swarm to Hernandez and get him for a sack on that play.
So the Panthers at the line of scrimmage. Once again, they got to get to the Raiders' 12-yard line if they want to continue this drive. More than likely in field goal range already. Hernandez looks to his right, fires, got some man wide open, caught at the 7-yard line. That'll be more than enough for a 1st down, and that is Toby Cisneros, the junior, with the reception.
And Cisneros reaches up to grab that pigskin from the sky there. You got a 5-step drop, plant your leg, and throw. Not a beautiful pass, but the receiver does an excellent job reaching up for that ball there, and they get the yardage needed to move the chains and set up 1st and goal for United South.
So Hernandez's first pass complete to Cisneros, a 13-yard variety, and just as the Raiders did on their opening possession, the United South Panthers have 1st and goal. Bit of movement on the line. Is it a free play or a false start? They're going to let the play continue. The running back Benavides musters his way all the way to the 1-yard line. If it stands, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. And then we have another late flag thrown, so we may have 2 penalties on this play. And we await the call.
And that was a run set up to the right-hand side from the start. You had overloaded on the right. You had 2 lead blockers. Quarterback Hernandez just takes it off the right-hand side. But I think, we have a free play, but then we have personal foul right afterwards.
We have 2 fouls on the play. First foul, offsides, defense. Half the distance, 1st down. Second foul, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 44, white. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 7, black. Those penalties offset.
And so the officials here just, trying to keep the game in control. You don't want to lose it early, Javi. This is where the young men go all out. And you don't want to lose control of the game. That's just setting a statement saying we're not going to put up with the extracurricular activities, and that's a good call by the officials calling penalties on both sides.
And the end result, Robert, is a 3-yard penalty going against the Raiders. So the Panthers will have 1st and goal once again. This time at the Raiders' 3-yard line, shotgun formation, direct snap to the running back, and he's going to find a crease around the left side. Easy money touchdown right there for Brian Benavides and the Laredo United South Panthers. They answer the Raiders' touchdown with their own touchdown. The extra point could give the Panthers the lead.
And that is Benavides just following his big guys. It's big on big tonight, Javi, as both offensive lines have strutted their stuff and made a statement. It is going to be, we talked about how offense wins games, defense wins championships, and this is going to be one of those games where a defense is going to have to step up and make the statement if they want to walk away with a W tonight.
Well, that was a shank-a-lot right there, if you will. Mr. Shank-a-lot on the extra point, misses it. It's a lineman in the back. A bit of nerves on that one. So both teams offensively shined. They look.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Ball, you know, I've had a couple of drives when I'm on the on the
tee
tee
box.
box.
Yeah,
you know, I'm topping that ball. That's exactly what that looked like.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
But yeah, no, and again, you know, we talk about three aspects of the game in order to win the game. You need to win it on offense, or on defense, and on special teams. Two out of three usually you walk away with a victory.
I'll tell you who's getting the victory right now. That is both offensive linemen from the Raiders and the Panthers. Right now the defense really suspect. Haven't been able to slow down either offense. You know, each team with one possession, each team with a touchdown run, and both teams missed an extra point, and that's where we sit 6-6 here in the opening quarter here at DHR Healthfield, PSJA Stadium. By district action, the Raiders catch it at they bear catch it at about the 27-yard line, so that's where the Raiders will begin their second possession of the ball game.
And we're going to have offsides on the kicking team here, as both officials saw the United South Panthers crossing the line before the
kicking
kicker.
team. Offsides. It's going to be 5 yards from end of the run. First down.
So a 5-yard penalty will put the ball at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. 4:29 here in the first quarter of a 6-6 ball game. And Javi, this is a great start to this evening. I think both teams are getting the butterflies settled right about now. So get ready for punches to start flying, and I mean that figuratively, not literally.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Texas High School UIO playoff started on Thursday. Each team got to see teams in action on Thursday and Friday, and I think they're well prepared here for a Saturday afternoon ball game. 5 o'clock p.m. start here at PSJA Stadium, and the give is up the middle. Ball fakes everybody, does the quarterback Rangel, great ball skills, crosses midfield, gets pushed out of bounds at the Panthers' 46-yard line. Great run right there by Rangel.
So a 22-yard run by Rangel, as he's able to do, he read the ball and the defender perfectly.
Myself.
He saw the defensive lineman come and key on the running back, takes it away, hits the right side, goes upfield for a 22-yard gain. Great job by Rangel on that play.
Rangel with a great read option, fakes it to John Garza. The whole defense followed Garza. Rangel scoots around the right side, and scooting down the field is the Raiders once again. That was Isaac Gonzalez. Picks about 7 or 8 yards on that play, and then a late flag. Could it be a face mask? If it is, at 15 for the Raiders.
So that was just, again, a 22 dive right there. Gives the ball to Gonzalez, hits the 2-hole, upfield, gets a yard.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 67. Defense. 15 yards. First down.
And it wasn't a face mask. It was unsportsmanlike conduct by number 67. So they're going to add another 15. That would be his first one. You know, in Texas high school football, two penalties of those types, and you're ejected. So number 67 on alert right now after receiving his first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
And the Raiders are quickly marching down the field. They started this possession at their own 32-yard line. They're quickly to the Panthers' 23-yard line. A quick pass to Beltran from Rangel. Beltran fumbles. And they're going to say, was he down by contact? No, they say maybe the beanbag was tossed. If it is, that's a fumble. And the Panthers recover. Not a lot of excitement going on, so maybe Beltran was down by contact. If it is, it's about a 6-yard pickup on first down.
They are going to call it down by contact, even though the beanbag was tossed. Officials quickly got together to discuss whether he was down. They did decide he was down there,
Right,
Javi.
right.
So 5-yard gain by Beltran
So
on that pass.
Rangel hits Beltran for 5 yards. And back to the running game is Rangel, calls his own number, tries to get around the near sideline right in front of the Raider bench and picks up maybe a yard or two. Not much doing. In fact, they're going to say he does not get anything. So that's maybe he gets one. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Raiders from the 17-yard line of the Panthers. Of course, we're in a 6-6 tie. 3.5 minutes remaining here in the opening quarter.
And this is a fast first quarter
Yes,
we're talking about here, as we're already down to 3 minutes here. But again, Raiders in red zone territory for the second time this evening.
Rangel in shotgun mode, 3 receivers to his right, flanked by a running back. He's going to follow that running back as a lead blocker. Rangel into the 5-yard line. He's going to tackle at about the 1-yard line. Rangel sniffs the end zone, gets dropped 1 yard short, but another outstanding run by Isaiah Rangel.
And there you see it. It's a quarterback draw all the way, takes it off the left-hand side of the line. Good job protecting that ball high and tight. Takes contact and just falls 1 yard short of crossing that goal line.
Of course, this drive began at the Raider 32. They have 1st and goal for the second time this evening. The first time the Raiders were able to punch it in with Beltran from 6 yards out. Let's see if they can do it again. Under center is Rangel. They're going to give it to their running back, and that will be another touchdown for Beltran and the Raiders, and another late penalty flag flies.
And that was just too easy for the Raiders. Beltran quickly crosses and breaks the plane of the goal line, gets a point, and I think they're going to throw it on the late tackle after he crossed the plane. But again, you know, it becomes one of those where it's a judgment call. It's a judgment call, so they're discussing it right now. We're going to see what the call is on the field.
Well, they're still debating on what the call is.
The result of the play, touchdown. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 2-0. That penalty be enforced on the kickoff.
So count the touchdown. Beltran runs in easily for a 1 yard plunge. A late hit. I'm not sure if that was too much of a late hit.
No, those guys are playing through the whistle there. I'm going to disagree on that call right there.
So do I.
And again, sometimes you just got to let them play there. That they're going through the play there. He's there close to the end zone, close to the goal line there, Javi. But, I mean, again, you know, the officials saw a different thing.
Defense.
So with the extra point successful, right now it's
offsides. Defense. The penalty is declined.
So, okay, after everything gets cleared through, it is a 13-6 ball game. And at this moment, we will take it to commercial. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
And we are back. Thank you very much. And we have a 13-6 ball game, 2:38 left in the first quarter. PSJA North has just scored on a 1 yard touchdown run by Beltran, and the extra point is good. And again, we got ourselves a heck of a ball game this evening.
Yeah, so the Raiders with 2 possessions, they have 128 total yards. Rangel with 64 yards rushing. Beltran with only 12 yards rushing, but he has 2 touchdowns on the evening, and that's why we stand 13-6 with 2:38 remaining here in the opening quarter of bi-district action here at beautiful PSJA Stadium.
And so after that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty there, this is the opportunities we talk about where you can onside kick and not lose too many yards. So expect something here. I would not kick it deep if I were the Raiders, but, you know, I am not on the field at this moment.
Well, they kind of went for the outside kick the first time. They're going to go another high pooch kick. Fair catch called by the Panthers at their own 29-yard line. and that is where the Panthers will begin their second possession. And we're going to send it down to our reporter down in the field, Miss Samantha.
I'm here with LBJ cheer coach, Miss Garza. Miss Garza, how do you feel your girls help out during the playoff season?
Well, our girls are trained all year long to do the same cheers and sidelines and dances that varsity Raider cheerleaders are doing. And they're awesome cheerleaders. Every year we have great girls, and they come out and they support Raiders whenever we're invited to come out. And we just want to say, Raiders, go out and do your best, and we're here for you every year. Thank you, Raiders. Go Raiders!
And so thank you very much, LBJ Cheer and Miss Garza. You have an awesome squad there representing Raider Nation on that first play, Javi. You had number 22, Benavides, taking off the left-hand side for a 5-yard gain there on the cutback.
Yeah, Benavides has been the workhorse for the Panthers this evening for good 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5 opens up the playbook for the Panthers, and quarterback Efrain Hernandez. They're going to keep it on the ground, though. Nothing fancy about that, Robert. It's just good hard-nosed football, helmet on helmet, shoulder pad on shoulder pad, and the offensive line from the Panthers right now winning the line of scrimmage. Short gain, but still a manageable 3rd down upcoming for the Panthers.
And again, the defense, you know, has been a hard-hitting defense led by Elizondo and the other defensive linemen, the linebackers there. This time, number 22 takes a good shot. Slow to get up, and he's going to hit the sideline right now. 23 comes in to fill for him. That's Matthew Aguirre for United South.
Yes, Benavides with 6 carries on the evening for 55 yards. They're going to change it up a little bit. Does not work. Bottled up in the backfield. Great job by that Raider defense. Making a tackle on number 23, as you mentioned, Robert, Matthew Aguirre, the junior.
And so no gain on that play will set up a 4th and 2 as the punting unit comes on. Benavides comes back onto the field after taking a breather, but Raider Nation is amped up. You hear the crowd getting into it. The defense is up, getting their hands up. And again, they're awaiting a big play here as the defense has been able to stop them. 46 seconds left in this first half. The Raiders leading 13-6.
Well, the Panthers are in punt formation. Will they punt? It's 4th and 2. About 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and we're going to have our first timeout.
Laredo.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to KTRI Production, PSJA Stadium. The Panthers elect to go for it on 4th down after a timeout, but a false start might bring out that punt unit once again.
False start.
So the
false start. Offense. 5 yards. 4th down.
So the Panthers, who had it at 4th and 2, second-guessed themselves. They were going to go for it, Robert, but a false start later. Now they're definitely going to be punting.
Yeah, no, and so I guess they discussed it over the timeout and decided to go for it. But again, we talked about holding your water.
Right.
And they weren't able to. High snap there, number 22, Benavides punts a line drive punt. It's going to bounce and take a Panther bounce as it rolls all the way up to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, so good turn of events. Not a pretty punt, but the end result is successful. So the Raiders do the job, get their first 3 now defensively, and the Raiders are going to set up shop at their own 38-yard line. And, of course, the Raiders are up right now here in the first quarter, 13-7 with 22.8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Rangel and company get up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Rangel flanked by his running back, Gonzalez. Man in motion. They're going to fake it to him. Gonzalez keeps it. Slithers his way past the 40-yard line. They're going to give him maybe the 40. And if they do, that'll be a short 2-yard pickup.
2-yard gain by Rangel as he shoots through that line. Does a good job of breaking through the line of scrimmage there. Reaches forward for that 2-yard gain. Otherwise, it's a no gain on that run.
Right.
Again, you know, they're trying to cause some misdirection there with Beltran, who's their stud athlete. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in San Benito.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Championships on December 19th through the 22nd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through SeatGeek. For more information, visit uiltexas.org.
Thank you there, Robert. And total offense after one quarter, 130 yards for the Raiders, 63 for the Panthers. It'll be second down upcoming for the Raiders from their own 40-yard line. Good run right there, near sideline by Beltran. And he's going to find his way all the way to the 50-yard line. That man did not want to go down. He finally gets pushed out of bounds. I tell you what, Robert, both teams are really chippy this evening.
But yes, they are, and the coaches are bringing that to the light of the officials, saying, hey, watch those Panthers as they're getting those extra shots in there. But again, it's do or die tonight.
Right.
Winner take all, winner goes on, and they're going to be facing San Benito, who won last night 46-20, defeating Edinburgh High, and they are no pushover, as they've been a strong football and have traditionally been a strong football school.
Yeah, so the next opponent for both teams is already determined. In San Benito, they played last night. Of course, we'd love nothing better than see our Raiders face San Benito next week. And a short pickup. The Raiders do cross midfield for the third time this evening. It's going to be at the 49-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down and 9 upcoming for the Raiders.
And once again, a heavy dose of the run by the Raiders here. And we talked about it taking its toll on its defensive line for the Panthers as they continue to substitute to keep the legs fresh there. And we're going to see this play out to the fourth quarter and see if we touch back on this again. And remembering that, you know, this has been a tough game on the ground for both teams.
Yeah, both teams playing with bruising running games. And Rangel tried to swing it out to Beltran. Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 upcoming for the Raiders.
And just threw it out of the reach of Beltran there a little too forward. He's just thinking he's going to come up a little forward more on that pass. Doesn't. Stays a little flat. And that's where the miscommunication takes. It does fall incomplete. 3rd and 9 now. 10:50 here in the second quarter.
Rangel doing a great job with his legs. With his arm, though, he's only 1 for 3 for 6 yards passing. 3rd and 9 upcoming. Empty backfield. Rangel calls his own numbers. Got a lot of running room on the right side. Picks up a great downfield block from one of his receivers. That springs him past the 40-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the Panthers 38. So the Raiders move the chains once again.
And that was a great job. Great call right there. They spread the defense out, and it's an easy read for Rangel to take the ball off to the right-hand side, get the yards needed to move the chains. 1st and 10 Raiders. Ball now sitting on the Panther 38-yard line.
The Raider offense has been electric tonight. A steady running game has not been stopped yet by the Panthers. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. And the Raiders try to get creative. And Rangel misfires for the 3rd time in 4 attempts.
And throws the ball just a little too low there for number 25 for the Raiders, Rolando Coronado, who usually has very good hands. We've seen him come up with some big catches throughout the season. This time Coronado unable to pick the ball off the ground there, scoop it up, and make something out of it. Instead, it's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 38-yard line of the Panthers.
So the Raiders this time under center with Rangel, flanked by 2 running backs. And they're going to toss it to Beltran. Beltran met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe surges for about a yard, not much more than that. That's going to bring up a 3rd and very long for the Raiders.
So you had a heavy formation on the right-hand side. They try to run it to the strength of that line, trying to run into the home side there, unable to get any leverage. Their defense does a good job of stuffing that run there. No gain on the play, 3rd and 9 for the Raiders.
So big time play upcoming for the Raiders as they have a 13-6 lead, 10-10 remaining before the half. Here in bi-district action here at PSJA Stadium, a production of KTRI. Rangel sits pretty in the pocket, a lot of room, finally finds a receiver wide open at the 24-yard line. The reception is made. Good grab by number 24, John Garza, and that'll move the chains once again for the Raiders.
So you had an empty backfield there again, spreading out that defense, and he's got good protection. Rangel has good protection in the backfield. The receivers do a good job of settling down, finding the open spot in that zone. Coronado, number 24, with the reception, moving the chains. 1st and 10 Raiders. Here we see the replay. Rangel rolls out to his right, finds number 24 there. Good job staying in bounds. And again, Raiders got a 1st down.
New set of downs for the Raiders as they continue to move the ball downfield. Good elusive run right there by Rangel. I'll tell you what, Robert, I thought he was dead to right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he got away from that tackler, but he did. Big time run for the Raiders.
I'm going to tell you how he got away from the tackler. Number 21 does a great job picking up that block right there, Javi. He sees the block go off to the right. He cuts it to the left, goes shot out of the cannon once again. Rangel moving the chains for the Raiders. 1st and 10.
After that big run by Rangel for the 3rd time this evening, the Raiders will have 1st and goal, this time coming from the Panthers' 8-yard line. Raiders up by 7, 13-6, trying to pad that lead. A give to Beltran up the middle, hard-nosed running, gets knocked down at the 5, and that's where 2nd down and goal will be upcoming for the Raider offense.
And again, you know, power versus power here. You've had success all evening long with those big front 5 there. Dance with the one who brought you, and that's exactly what the Raiders are doing as they continue to power the ball with the run. And now they're sitting nice here at the 5-yard line, 2nd and 5 for the Raiders.
Well, look for Beltran to get the ball again. He came in with 20 touchdowns. He's quickly brought up that total to 22. And that is a touchdown, Raiders. Big time play, big time run, but was there a penalty or a stoppage in the action?
And here we go again. The officials are going to confer there in the middle to see what the call is. That play had everybody fooled as the entire defense gets sucked into the middle. Rangel takes it out to the right-hand side, struts in for the touchdown. And now our referee going to discuss the call with Coach Kaufman.
Yeah, I thought I heard a whistle right about it when the snap occurred. And everybody kind of stopped, and Rangel moseys into the end zone for a touchdown. Discussion between the head referee and Coach Kaufman. Coach Kaufman is not happy at all. I don't think that touchdown's going to stand.
Inadvertent whistle. The play will be replayed.
Wow, so that's a big mistake by the officials, and you hear it from the crowd, from the Raiders. Well, fan base, Raider Nation, not happy at all. I wouldn't be happy at all.
A big man admits when he makes a mistake,
well,
but
it happens. We are
like
all human beings, and we all make mistakes. We got to live up to them, and that is what the officiating crew is going to have to do there. Let's see if the Raiders can overcome that. It's going to be Beltran in the Wildcat formation, and the play clock was already at 0. A lot of confusion, Robert, here by district action.
Timeout.
Up here as well.
PSJA North.
And with that timeout, we're going to head it to another commercial.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champion. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Welcome back to this production of KTRI. It's PSJA ISD football here at PSJA Stadium, the beautiful DHR Health Field. It's Division I by-district Class 6A matchup between your very own PSJA North Raiders and the visitors from Laredo, United South Panthers. Right now it's 13-6. PSJA North with the lead, 8:17 remaining in the first half. But the Raiders are knocking at the door once again.
So an inadvertent whistle followed by the play clock coming down all the way to 0. Raiders having to use a timeout. Still 8:17 here left in the second quarter. 2 timeouts remaining for both teams here, Javi. It's a 13-6 ball game, and the ball is sitting at the 5-yard line of the Panthers.
Well, it appears the Raiders are going to go back with the same formation, having Beltran in the Wildcat formation. Beltran's going to receive this direct snap from his center. If he elects to run it, he will. He's going to meet right at the 5-yard line. Not much doing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal upcoming for the Raiders.
3rd and goal for the Raiders. Ball still sitting at the 5-yard line there. The defense does a better job of holding their own. Again, these battles in the trenches have been the deciding factor all evening long here, Javi. The reason why we got ourselves a 3-touchdown game here, 13-6, but the Raiders having 2 out of those 3 touchdowns this evening.
Right, both teams have been moving the ball at will early on, but it's the defenses are really settling in, making life very difficult for the offense. A snap to Beltran is bobbled in the backfield. He has a whereabouts to pick it up, rumble forward. Beltran pointing as maybe the defense was offsides, and they're going to say no, so that's going to bring up a 4th down after a loss of about 2 yards.
And there you go. You see the bat snap. Beltran's able to pick that up, and he sees nothing but white jerseys surrounding him, so all he got to do is just fall to the ground, not make sure you don't have a turnover there, but an unserious fortune of events there that have occurred for the Raiders.
Yeah.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again.
This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
More points on the board.
And
Beltran was not ready for that snap.
I think Kaufman is arguing that maybe the defense is making out some calls there that is causing them to pre-snap that ball earlier than what they want to. You saw a little bit of movement on the line before the snap happened. Then the snap occurs. Beltran wasn't ready for it. Coach Cos from the Panthers, who just took over in February there at United South, is also wanting some explanations from the refs. So, Coach...
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
And take it to a...
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to KTRI production of by-district football here at PSJA Stadium. The Raiders appear after a couple of mishaps, both by the offense, and it's going to be a 14-yard field goal attempt, and a line drive kick is going to be no good. So a golden opportunity for the Raiders to extend their lead to a 2-touchdown advantage.
John Solis, and I'd like to congratulate all the teams making the playoffs for high school football here in South Texas, especially UISD and LISD schools. We're here to help you. If you get injured in an accident, telephone number 956-718-HURT. Located here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-718-HURT.
They weren't able to overcome that. They have a missed field goal, and we sit at 13-6 with the Panthers with the ball at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers in shotgun formation, a couple of receivers flanked out to each side for the quarterback, Efrain Hernandez. He's going to give it up the middle, though, up to his workhorse, and the Panthers, they've been doing it all night, doing it on the ground.
And so, again, another 9-yard pickup by Benavides there. Just a quick run up the middle, quick hit right there. Uses his offensive line, shoots through the gap. You got to protect the ball a little better there. Got a little loose with it, but again, 2nd and 1 for the Panthers.
Hernandez and Benavides once again in the backfield. 2nd and 1 upcoming for the Panthers. A quarterback keeper as he fakes it to Benavides. He's going to get brought down. Excellent tackle right there by Noah Gonzalez, the senior. But still, the 1-yard pickup is, well, no, they're going to say he's half a yard short. I thought he got to the 30. They're going to say it's at the 29. Great job by Gonzalez.
And yeah, that's a good spot by the official. Falls a little short of the marker needed to move the chains there. So 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
No gain on that play. And a dangerous pass is caught on the far sidelines, and streaking down the sidelines is the receiver. And I believe that is their running back, Benavides, making the grab and turning upfield. Wow, what a pass by Hernandez.
You had to hold your breath for a little bit there as they get to a no huddle here, Javi. It almost got picked off. So a direct snap here to quarterback again. Just a wide receiver screen to number 1. Number 1 takes it upfield, gets a little push from his own player there, and gets pushed forward for an 8-yard gain. Quarterback to number 1, that is Toby Cisneros, for a 8-yard gain, making it 2nd and 2 for the Panthers.
And on the process, the Panthers cross midfield. They're sitting now at the Raiders' 44-yard line. The Panthers trying to tie it up with a touchdown on an extra point. I believe that is Benavides once again, and he doesn't want to go down. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He finally gets dragged down by a lot of defenders at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Good, hard 3 yards right there by Benavides.
That was a tough 3-yard run, and I think somebody rolled up behind big old number 79 as he's on the ground right now. And, you know, this is the...
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're a family.
They're going to score 3 touchdowns. One gets called back, and then a missed field goal later. And that's why we sit at 13-6 with 5:42 remaining before the half, and another brief timeout on the field. Got to get everybody organized, and the head official says play on. Of course, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Raiders' 39-yard line. Hernandez at quarterback. Benavides gets the give. Lot of big running room around the middle, the heart of the defense. Benavides bounces it out to the left side, but tackled at the 30-yard line, but still a good 9-yard pickup.
Takes it up the middle there, sees a quick opening to the left-hand side. 7 does a good job of closing that gap there as he tackles him from behind for a 9-yard gain for Benavides there. the 7 saving a touchdown or a bigger gain as he's able to catch Benavides from behind.
Yeah, 7 Sanchez has been all over the field the entire season. Unofficially, he leads the entire Rio Grande Valley in tackles. And it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 30. Quarterback Hernandez fires, caught by number 7, Sergio Vela. He turns it upfield, and that'll be more than enough for another Panther first down.
And again, you know, they're keeping the defense guessing here. You talked about how 7 Sanchez is leading. Here we see the quarterback throw another wide receiver screen through 2 Cisneros, takes it upfield, and moves the chains, setting up 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
The Panthers quarterback 3 for 3, Efrain Hernandez on this possession. And a running game once again has not been stopped by the Raider defense all year long. They've been outstanding against the run, but this evening, that offensive line of the United South Panthers just dominating the line of scrimmage, and that's enough for another Panther first down.
And again, you know, they did not lose a beat here after number 73 goes down with an injury there, Mark Trujillo, and we see a handoff off the middle there again, plunging in for another 3 yards. It's just a ground and pound evening for both teams, taking a lot of time off the clock.
Right.
And we got ourselves a very interesting 13-6 ball game. Right now the Panthers are in red zone territory as the ball sits at the 10-yard line. They have an opportunity to get a first down and they move it all the way to the 2 here. It's 2nd and 7, 3:47 to go before the half.
And the ball will be at the Raiders' 9-yard line, and the Panthers can pick up a first down before they get it in the end zone. Of course, the Raiders would like nothing better than a defensive stop. Direct snap to Benavides. Flag thrown. Benavides trying to get around the edge. Does he sneak into the end zone? Will not. Dragged down at about the 1-yard line. If the play stands, that'll be a 1st and goal upcoming for the Panthers.
The play will stand. It's offsides against the defense. Ball will be put at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal Panthers, but we're going to wait the official call from the official here.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
There you go. Result of plays, first down. Ball sitting inside the 1-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and inches. 1st and goal here with inches to go. Again, another hard-fought series by both teams as the offense for both teams has been successful here. We're awaiting the Panthers, see if they can capitalize on this series.
They need a yard to go. This drive began at the 20 of the Panthers. 5 first downs later, a quarterback sneak. Well, actually, it is a touchdown for Benavides, and the Laredo United South Panthers are back on the board with 3:19 remaining here in the first half. It is Raiders 13, Panthers 12 with the pending extra point.
Benavides very fortunate to pick up that high snap as he himself also was able to cross that line there and break the plane for the touchdown. It is a touchdown as we sit right now. You said it, Javi, 13-12, 3:19 remaining. And the Panthers electing to go for 2 here, Javi.
And the 2-point conversion from Benavides will be successful. He outflanks the defenders, uses his speed. 2-point conversion. So the Laredo United South Panthers 14, PSJA North 13.
Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday ad. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
And he has 99 yards running on the evening.
And so now your hometown Raiders with 187 yards total offense, United South with 142. But don't let those numbers fool you. It's been a hard-fought ball game, and right now, even though South has fewer yards, they have 1 more point than our home team here.
Right.
13-14. But again, this game has been a battle in the trenches all evening long, Javi. And again, I told you earlier, a defense is going to have to step up.
Right.
And we haven't seen that yet as both teams have been able to march down the field. It's just whether one team can finish or one team can't, and that's been the deciding factor this evening.
And the main thing has been the special teams. A couple of missed extra points, a missed field goal, And the end result is a Panther lead, 14-13, as they kick off to the Raiders, fielded at the Raider 5-yard line, brought up past the 20, 25, gets a little seam and he fumbles, and who's going to recover it? It is the Raiders, and he's off to the races, gets past the kicker, Johnny on the spot, running for a touchdown. Raiders fortunate, that is number 8, Nathan Salinas, who recovers the fumble at about his own 30, 70 yards later, touchdown Raiders.
Nathan Salinas, you called it Johnny on the spot. Sometimes the bar eats you, sometimes you eat the bear. This time, here we go. Raider Nation celebrating. It is a touchdown. After that fumble recovery, touchdown Raiders scored now 19-14. That didn't take long there, huh?
Wow. Lightning in a bottle, folks. I tell you what, electricity happening here at PSJA Stadium, DHR Health Field. What an amazing turn of events. I held my breath thinking, man, United's going to recover a fumble. United South will, and instead, it was Nathan Salinas catching it.
Timeout. North.
Fielding it in stride. Never looked back, picks up a downfield block. He had one man to beat, which was a kicker. Easily sneaks by him. Touchdown Raiders.
And then
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Picks it up. He's got one man to beat. That's a kicker. He does. After that, no one's going to catch him. Glides in after the 20-yard line. Raider touchdown. An amazing play. That's what it takes to win ball games in the playoffs. You got to be good. You got to be lucky. And on that one, the Raiders were both good and lucky.
Again, big plays are what makes the difference in a playoff game. None bigger than that one to give the Raiders a lead, 19-14. The Raiders now going for 2 here, Javi.
Rangel under center. They're going to give it to Gonzalez. He bounces off a tackler, tries to elude another, gets swarmed in the backfield.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Good helmet on the ball there, pops it open. Pops it loose, number 8, picks it up, heads on downfield, great blocking. Nobody ever quit on that play there for the Raiders. And again, touchdown Raider Nation. Number 11, Marco Salinas with a fumble. Number 8, Nathan Salinas with a recovery. 19-14 on this first half.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Marco Salinas, 25 yards on the kickoff return. After the fumble, it's a 70-yard return by Salinas and a failed 2-point conversion. So the Raiders with a missed extra point, they missed a field goal, they fail on a 2-point conversion. That's points they're leaving off the board, and that's why the Raiders only have a 5-point lead, 19-14 here at PSJA Stadium, DHR Health Field. Class 6A by-district championship Division I football coming right at you.
So all things aside, though, this evening, at least for the first half, the Raider Nation do look like the better team, but there's still a whole half of football to play, plus 3 minutes here in the second quarter.
The Panthers will bring it out from their own 6-yard line. A penalty flag later. The Panther return man gets tackled at the 31-yard line. It all depends on who the penalty is, but the Panthers will have an opportunity to regain and retake the lead before the half.
During the return, holding, number 5, receiving team, 10 yards, first down.
So that holding penalty will go against the return unit, and of course that's going to push back the Panthers possibly inside their own 20-yard line. The Panthers have 2 timeouts, the Raiders with none. And the Panthers have 2:54 to work with as they trail, 19-14. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 18-yard line. Back at quarterback is Hernandez. Look for a heavy dosage of Benavides, and I believe they give it to him on 1st down. And that'll net a good 4 to 5 yards.
And it's just good patient running by Benavides, so letting his lineman get on the blocks, getting underneath those pads of the defensive lineman. He sees the push, then he puts the shoulder pads right in the small of the back of those linemen, pushes the pile forward, and that's why he's able to gain those 4 yards there on that play.
And after that 4-yard gain, Benavides already over the century mark rushing, over 100 yards rushing here in the first half for Benavides. They're going to give it to him once again, and he's going to add to his total maybe another 3 yards. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 upcoming for the Panthers from their own 26-yard line.
So 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. We're going to be under 2 minutes by the time they get the snap off. They still have 2 timeouts. Very important 3rd down play here for the Panthers.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Panthers, and they're going to try to pick up those 2 yards on the ground. I don't think they did. Great job of stuffing the run right there by that defensive front. Submarining that offensive line, if you will. A lot of bodies, nowhere for the running back to go.
So they will be 1 yard short, 4th and 1. Clock is ticking here, 1:47 and counting.
Well, will the Panthers try to draw the Raiders off sides? Of course, the Panthers can't call a timeout. It appears they are in punt formation, or are they? They're going to keep it. They're going to run it. A lot of movement, though. And the Panthers do pick up the 1st down, but a quick penalty was thrown. Let's see if this play holds up.
Yeah, it's going to be offsides on number 7 there for the Raiders, as he does get into the neutral zone. But that won't matter because it's going to be a 1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're probably going to decline it. Either way, they pick up 5 yards.
Offsides. Number 7, defense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
That's a 5-yard pickup on 4th down, so that'll be a Laredo United South 1st down, and they have the ball at their own 32-yard line. With 1:24 remaining in the first half. Hurry up offense for the Panthers. A pass to a wide open receiver caught at the 45, turns it upfield, dragged down at the midfield, right at the 50. Big time run after the reception. Good pass right there by Hernandez.
And it's a great reception there by, again, number 1, Toby Cisneros. He's been his go-to receiver all evening long. Bad snap there. He's going to have to take a sack here, Javi.
Yes, he does. After an 18-yard completion, a bad snap pushes the offense way back. That's going to be about a 7-yard loss. And that'll force
Laredo United South.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
Their quarterback, Hernandez, doing a good job of passing on the evening. He's got 5 attempts. He's 66 yards passing. Of course, the bread and butter man, their go-to man, is Brian Benavides, number 22, with 113 yards rushing. And what do you think they're going to do, Robert?
They're sticking to the formula that's worked for them all season long.
That's what I do.
Yeah, but in a situation like this, you're going to be looking for some of those out passes right now, Javi.
Right.
And so Hernandez is about a 57% accuracy. So let's see what they have drawn up here.
Hernandez rolls to his right, fires, throws, complete, a juggle. Did he catch it in bounds? They're going to wave it off. No, that juggle right before he stepped out of bounds makes it an incomplete pass. That does stop the clock with 56 seconds remaining in the first half. 3rd and 17 upcoming for the Panthers.
So that was going to be about a 7-yard gain. The receiver bobbles it. It falls to the ground before he can have any control and make a football move. It is an incomplete pass. 3rd and 17 for the Panthers.
Hernandez awaits a snap. drops back, looks, fires, has a man open. The receiver, number 1, Toby Cisneros, raises his hand and saying, I'm open, or maybe I got held up. No call. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And for the Raiders, that does help them as the clock stops with 50 seconds remaining.
And this time again, I don't think we're going to see a fake punt here, Javi.
No.
50 seconds remaining. It's 4th and forever. You give the ball back to the Raiders here, you're asking for trouble. So Benavides will be back to punt. He hit a line drive the last time. Lucky it wasn't blocked because it was a low line drive. Let's see what he has up his leg here.
And it's a beautiful punt. Actually, it's going to force the return man, Sanchez, and that's going to draw a penalty. That's a no-no. Sanchez ill-advisedly catches it, falling backwards. That could have been disastrous.
And Javi, that might be the second unsportsmanlike conduct on number 2. Number 2.
And if it is, it's sayonara for him. He's gone.
And this is not the NFL where you have to be down by contact.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Number 2, kicking team. 15 yards. First down.
Well, they're just going to say, well, I tell you what, Rob, I think it's got to be an unsportsmanlike conduct, not a personal foul.
Okay.
So he stays in there. I take it back. He's going to be in the ball game. He's just got a little bit too amped there. He wanted to make a play, force a fumble. Of course, the ball was dead when Sanchez caught it on the floor.
And we see, I guess it's a playoff thing. All our Raiders there with their hairs bleached, looking like the character from The Outsiders right there, Pony Boy.
Pony Boy Curtis.
But here we go, 44 seconds and another opportunity for the Raiders to add some points.
Rangel with a reverse to Beltran. Beltran's got a blocker in front of him. He squeezes by. Yes, he does. Can he pick up one more blocker? He evades a defender. Gets stood up at the 40-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 39. I've been calling it all year long, the double reverse, and Beltran does a great job on that one.
We have a helmet on the floor. We have some extracurricular activities here going on. And so after that great play, it's sad that we're going to have some penalties here, but look at that end around by Beltran, nothing but blockers for him, nothing but green space, and he takes it upfield. He one man to beat. He squares up for him, number 27.
Yeah,
good job. Good form tackle there.
That was nice. I'm impressed. Jonathan Hernandez. Wow. Textbook tackle right there. And, of course, we have a bit of a delay. The officials thinking it over. We've got 31 seconds remaining here in the first half. The Raiders up 19-14 over the Panthers. And the Raiders on the march, trying to score right before the half. The Panthers are going to receive the second half kickoff.
2 fouls on the play. Personal foul. 28. Raiders. Personal foul. 29. Laredo South. Those penalties offset. First down.
Okay, so both penalties on the other team for personal fouls are going to offset. The Raiders will have 1st and 10 at the Panthers 39-yard line. The Raiders trying to add to this 5-point lead. They're up 19-14. Rangel tosses it. Good reception right there by number 24, Jonathan Garza. So John Garza with the reception at the 30-yard line, 1 yard short of a first down. Good pass right there by Rangel.
And here's a replay. Pass to Garza, takes it upfield.
Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Rangel throws it down. I wish he hadn't. He had 2 receivers streaking down the sideline. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 upcoming for the Raiders.
So actually 3 receivers. You saw the 2 receivers on the right-hand side, 1 on the top. And as he spikes the ball to the ground to stop the clock, it will set up a 3rd and 1 here, 7 seconds. Expect this to be the last play of the half, barring this not being a touchdown.
So 3 receivers set to the left far sideline. Rangel under heavy pressure, rolls out to his left, fires it into the end zone. He's got a man open. Can he get it to him? Deflected in the last second. Albert Pescador denies a touchdown reception. And as we end the first half, it is PSG North 19, Laredo United South 14, and we're going to
Ambulance Transportation Services has been in business serving the McAllen metro area for over 30 years. Since 1997, ATS has been transporting bedbound patients for non-emergency medical care. Medicaid and Medicare patients and private pay, if you or your loved ones need a quality transport, want to be treated by experience and professionals with dignity and care, call today. Ambulance Transportation Services. KBW Supply, a wholesale distributor of landscape and athletic field supplies for over 40 years in Donna. Baseball season is coming up. Get your fields looking great with the Diamond Pro products. Try the Red Field Conditioner, mounding clay, and marking dust. Call KBW Supply for a quote or a bid at 956-464-4491. KBW Supply, your source for landscape and athletic field supplies.
Football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champion. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
An exciting night of football, exciting evening of football.
It's going to be a great festive by-district matchup. The Raiders with Rangel under center. It's an end around. The Raiders are off and running on first down. Big time run right there by John Garza. He took as he's passed. Rangel has passed for 1,495 yards, 14 touchdowns at 1,198 yards on the ground. And a bad snap. Rangel does his best to get it. He's got a lot of open room, though. This might work out in their benefit. Squeezes by a couple defenders down the right sideline, the far side.
First and goal. Ball's now on the 5-yard line. And the Raiders, doing a good job on this series.
They're almost going to eat up about 4 minutes on this drive. Of course, this began at the 24-yard line. Rangel with the keeper. He's going to sneak in. Does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown. Excuse me. That is Beltran with a direct snap and the 3rd and 1 upcoming.
And that was Seven Sanchez with the tackle, stopping the defender just a yard short of the first down.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Panthers. They're going to give it to their running back once again. He loses a couple defenders, and he's off to the races. Gets past the 30, the 25, dragged down at the 22-yard line. Scrimmage once again. They got to get to the Raiders' 12-yard line if they want to continue this drive. More than likely in field goal range already. Hernandez looks to his right, fires, got some man wide open, caught at the 7-yard line. That'll be more than enough for a first down, and that is Toby Cisneros against the Raiders. So the Panthers will have first and goal once again. This time at the Raiders' 3-yard line, shotgun formation, direct snap to the running back, and he's going to find a crease around the left side. Easy money touchdown right there for Brian Benavides. And the playoff started on Thursday. Each team got to see teams in action on Thursday and Friday, and I think they're well prepared here for a Saturday afternoon ball game. 5 o'clock p.m. start here at PSJA Stadium, and the give is up the middle. Ball fakes everybody, does a quarterback Rangel, great ball skills, crosses midfield.
We're talking about here, as we're already down to 3 minutes here, but again, Raiders in red zone territory for the second time this evening.
Rangel in shotgun mode, 3 receivers to his right, flanked by a running back. He's going to follow that running back as a lead blocker. Rangel into the 5-yard line. He's going to tackle at about the 1-yard line. First and goal for the second time this evening. The first time the Raiders were able to punch it in with Beltran from 6 yards out. Let's see if they can do it again. Under center is Rangel. They're going to give it to their running back, and that will be another touchdown for Beltran and the Raiders, and a remaining before the half. Here in by-district action here at PSJA Stadium, a production of KTRI. Rangel sits pretty in the pocket, a lot of room. Finally finds a receiver wide open at the 24-yard line. The
out to his right, finds number 24 there. Good job staying in bounds. And again, Raiders got a first down.
New set of downs for the Raiders as they continue to move the ball downfield. Good elusive run right there by Rangel. I'll tell you what, Robert, I thought he was dead to right at the line of scrimmage by Gonzalez.
And yeah, that's a good spot by the official. Falls a little short of the marker needed to move the chains there. So 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
No gain on that play. And a dangerous pass is caught on the far sidelines, and streaking down the sidelines is the receiver. Of course, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Raiders 39-yard line. Hernandez at quarterback. Benavides gets a give. Lot of big running room around the middle, the heart of the defense. And the Panthers can pick up a first down before they get it in the end zone. Of course, the Raiders would like nothing better than a defensive stop. Direct snap to Benavides. Flag thrown. Benavides trying to get around the edge. Does he sneak into the end zone? Will not. Dragged down at about the 1-yard line of the.
Both teams have been successful here. We're awaiting the Panthers, see if they can capitalize on this series.
They need a yard to go. This drive began at the 20 of the Panthers. 5 first downs later, a quarterback sneak. Well, actually, it is a touchdown for Benavides. And the
playing for the touchdown. It is a touchdown. As we sit right now, you said it, Javi, 13-12, 3:19 remaining. And the Panthers electing to go for 2 here, Javi.
And the 2-point conversion from Benavides will be successful. He outflanks the defenders. You fielded at the Raiders 5-yard line. Brought up past the 20. 25 gets a little seam and he fumbles, and who's going to recover it? It is the Raiders, and he's off to the races. Gets past the kicker. Johnny on the spot running for a touchdown. Raiders fortunate. That is number 8. Laredo United South first down, and they have the ball at their own 32-yard line. With 1:24 remaining in the first half. Hurry up offense for the Panthers. A pass to a wide open receiver caught at the 45.
Go 44 seconds and another opportunity for the Raiders to add some points.
Rangel with a reverse to Beltran. Beltran's got a blocker in front of him. He squeezes by. Yes, he does. Can he pick up one more blocker? He evades a defender. Gets stood up at the 40-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 39.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
U South Panther Outdoor Performance Ensemble, the pride of the South. Soprano sax soloist was Benjamin Vela and trumpet soloist Santiago Davila. Director of bands for U South High School Panther Outdoor Performance Ensemble is Francisco Javier Sosa. Assistant directors are Valerie Lopez, Rodolfo Montalvo, and Roberto Ortiz. Color guard and visual ensemble instructor is Griselda Dosal. Color guard techs are Carla Loera and Noelia Ayala. The U South Panther Outdoor Performance Ensemble would like to wish the PSJA band the very best in their concert season. Thank you for being such a polite and attentive audience. Good night.
Fans, it's Joe Bowling here with Rio Sports Live. Want to make sure you catch all the games right here on Rio Sports, and we're broadcasting on several platforms, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, on Roku Television, on Apple TV, and on the website, riosportslive.com. It's all the sporting action you can ever want, and it's right here on Rio Sports. Snap. Rolls right-hand side, got a man wide open. It's caught. 15. How about this? 10-5 on fourth down. Touchdown, Greyhound.
Brilliant call.
We are Mac. We are Mac.
Exotic Tropical Pet World has an amazing selection of pets, toys, and accessories. Mackay Bulldog and fans of any team should go see them at 1716 West Hackberry in McAllen. Valley TV's public broadcast platform is TV that works for you. Every hour, thousands see your message Valley-wide. Our viewers enjoy entertaining and educational content along with upcoming events 24 hours a day. Your favorite places are what makes Valley TV possible. These networks come together in a big way, creating the Valley's largest public network that reaches the audience you're looking for. Denny's is one of America's favorite restaurants, serving thousands in your target market 24 hours a day. Popular host locations include grocery stores, high-end showrooms, retail chains. With new locations joining the Valley TV family, your audience continues to grow. Bingo halls, coffee houses, bowling alleys, barber shops, all the places you want to be, you'll find Valley TV. From South Padre Island to Brownsville to McAllen and beyond, Valley TV and Rio Sports Live has you covered. Together, Rio Sports Live and Valley TV reach millions of viewers in home and on the go. Supporting nonprofits and worthy causes are critically important to families here in the Valley. We'll continue to help support these efforts through extended coverage and awareness campaigns. Together, we can make a difference. Business owners, get your message out, whether it's on the platforms of Valley TV and Rio Sports Live combined. That means you get exposure 24 hours a day throughout the year and during live broadcasts at an affordable price just for you. You can't do better than this. We've got great numbers. They're growing every day across the Rio Grande Valley, into Corpus Christi, into Laredo, into South San Antonio. Your business, not as a sponsor, but as an advertiser getting direct results. Again, it's Rio Sports Live and Valley TV, a great team bringing you great coverage.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $7,000 off new Equinoxes or buy the new Trax for $16,988.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're family.
Thank you to Raider Band Student of the Week sponsor Fazoli's of FAR, a proud supporter of PSJA Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the true pride of the Tri-City District, your PSJA North Raider Band. The Raider Band is a 5-time UIL area marching finalist and a 2-time UIL state marching participant. The Raider Band will be performing Ariana Grande's hit song, Faith. Color Guard officers include Captain Jaden Aleman, Co-Captain Danny Galvan, First Lieutenant Marcy Galindo, Second Lieutenant Victoria Ruiz. The Raider Band is led by Drum Majors Anaí Ortiz, Josue Marin, and Head Drum Major Hector Cabrera. Ladies and gentlemen, put your nachos down and your hands together for the PSJA North Raider Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have one more round of applause for the PSJA North Raider Band and Raiderettes.
Heritage,
legacy,
tradition, family.
Join our PSJA family.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Heritage,
legacy,
tradition, family.
Join our PSJA family.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Mark in McAllen and Kim in Harlingen.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
Involved in a car accident? Let us help you. Zambrano Law Firm.
At First Community Bank, our bankers put you first.
Like Flora in McAllen, Ricky in Harlingen, and Phil in San Benito.
Make FCB your bank.
And discover first-class service on a first-name basis.
First Community Bank.
Ben, Javi, it's been back and forth. You know, big plays both on special teams, both on offense. Defense has yet to step up and stop either offense there. The Raiders getting a break on that kickoff where Salinas, oh, here we got a replay. It's a direct snap here to Beltran, who just plunges it in off to the left-hand side, takes it in. The defender carries him into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game, making it a 6-0 ball game. The Raiders go on to miss the extra point there.
Yeah, Beltran on the evening with 57 yards rushing. That was his first of 2 touchdowns running. And here we see the Benavides, the running back from Laredo United South. You know, Brian Benavides.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Of wanting
to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
You know, the Raiders did not benefit from an inadvertent whistle when they were in the end zone, and the officials conferred together and talked to Kaufman. And then 2 mishaps after that, the Raiders unable to get a first down. They're going to settle for a field goal, and then the field goal is no good.
Right.
So they left points on the board.
Yes, they did.
And they're leaving the Panthers here hanging around. The Raiders come back, score a touchdown. They go for 2, and they're, again, unsuccessful. So that, you know, that's a total of 5 points. that they've left on the board, you'd have yourself a 10-point swing here. And currently, before we get started here, we still have about 3 minutes before we get started in the half. You got yourself a 19-14 ball game. Both teams playing at a very high intensity.
Yeah, and the intensity is going to pick up. And here we see, you know, Rangel on his second touchdown. A short give right there. And, you know, Rangel with 2 touchdowns on the evening. He came in the ball game with 12 rushing, 8 receiving. And here we see the elusive Isaiah Rangel running the ball extremely well.
And he was able to move the chains on that one. Here we see him bounce it out to the right-hand side. This is the touchdown that gets called back there. You know, otherwise, you know, you're going to talk about a bigger lead here. On this play, Benavides takes it off the left-hand side and then reaches out, just falls about 1 yard short of the touchdown there. So it's 1st and 1. Benavides then takes a high snap, takes it into the end zone, and crosses the goal line there to set up the second touchdown for the Panthers, making this a 14 game. And here's that kickoff we just talked about, Javi.
Yeah, and a great run back right here by the Raiders. He gets all the way to the 30-yard line. You don't see the yard marker, but then all of a sudden Salinas picks it up. And you can see the sideline going ecstatic right there. Picks up one blocker, gets past the kicker, off to the races. No one's going to catch him as he hits the afterburners. Easy money touchdown. Johnny on the spot. Number 8, Nathan Salinas, the senior, with a memory that's going to last forever.
And so we talked about how the winner of this game has the opponent already set for them.
Yeah.
It is going to be a San Benito versus the winner of tonight's game next week for the second round of Division I 6A football here in the state playoffs.
Yeah, it'll be the area round. Not sure where that game will be played, but we're hoping it's going to be here in the Valley, and that means it's going to be PSJA North facing the San Benito Greyhounds, and hopefully KTRI will bring you that ball game. But still, Robert, right now, you know, it's anybody's ball game. Either team can come up victorious, and the visitors, Laredo United South, feeling confident as they get ready to start the second half. And, of course, the hometown PSJA North Raiders, the pride of FAR, the PSJA North Raiders, looking to get that big win tonight.
And so the home crowd looks to have gotten into their seats already. We're under a minute before the half begins. The officials are going to the midfield to go ahead and address how they're going to approach the second half.
And I'll tell you what, Robert, that's beautiful right there. We just saw footage of the banner held up by the South Panthers, with a big old panther glaring at the PSJA North Raiders saying, come get some. It's going to be interesting second half. I like that. I like to have one in my backyard, actually.
And that's about a 25-yard banner there, side to side there. And so, you know, you're getting the updates up from us up here, but we got some awesome field reporters with Samantha and Melanie.
John Solis, and I'd like to congratulate all the teams making the playoffs for high school football here in South Texas, especially UISD and LISD schools. We're here to help you. You get injured in an accident. Telephone number 956-718-HURT. Located here in Laredo, Texas at 2620 San Bernardo Avenue. Give us a call if you're hurt in an accident. 956-718-HURT.
Next Friday, the day after Thanksgiving at 2 p.m. But the opposing team, the Laredo United South Panthers, they're ready for some second half action. It's going to be a barn burner of a second half. Right now, it is PSJA North 19, Laredo United South 14. We got 24 minutes of action. Whose heart, whose desire is going to want it more, Robert?
You know what? It goes, you're right, Javi. It's heart and desire. And you mentioned it before, it's luck. Sometimes the ball is going to bounce your way as it did on that kickoff. And that's a reason why our hometown Raiders have the lead right now. The ball bounced in their direction, picked up by Salinas, takes it to the house for the score, gives his Raiders a lead. Otherwise, they have a deficit here with South receiving the second half kickoff.
Yeah, it's been pretty even. You know, when you look at the touchdowns, the visitors, the Panthers, with a 3-yard run, a 1-yard run by Benavides. You flip it over to the home side, Arturo Beltran with a 5-yard run, a 1-yard run. So obviously both offenses have been dominant tonight. The defense that comes up with a spectacular play, a 3-and-out, a turnover, is going to win this battle tonight.
So two teams wearing their colors proudly, silver and black. And the winner tonight, like you said, goes on to play in that area round. The loser goes home and goes to the drawing board. Seniors get to finish with a wonderful memory, and the rest of the team get ready to prepare for the next season.
So the second half is about to get underway here at beautiful PSJA Stadium, DHR Health Field. The Raiders will be kicking off from the north. The Panthers will be returning it from the south. 24 minutes, the Raiders hanging on to a 5-point lead, 19-14. We are underway here in the second half, fielded at the United South 11-yard line. They're going to say his knee was down as he made the reception. That is a dead ball, so Laredo United South will start at their own 11-yard line.
And just a hiccup there for the returner, and he caught himself. As soon as he started running, he knew exactly what he had done wrong. The knee on the ground as he gets the ball, and it's going to be a great field position for the defensive start for the Raiders there, as the offense is going to start from the very own 11-yard line.
And on the first half, the Panthers picked up 11 first downs. They're going to start at their own 11. And here we go. 4 seconds on the play clock. They do get it underway. No surprise here. A run up the middle and a big surge by that offensive line enables Benavides to gain good chunks of yards on first down.
Again, just patient running behind the big boys. It's been effective all night long, so why change what's working? And again, Benavides able to pick up 5 yards on that carry. Slow running, runs behind the big boys there, hides himself, then shoots out of that backfield, powers his way up forward. A lot of black jerseys around him, but he's able to get 5 yards on that play.
Empty backfield for Hernandez, fires out to the near sideline. A little bit of a crease for Benavides. He almost sprung that for a big one, but still, good yardage right there. And that'll be enough for a Panther first down. Their 12th of the ball game.
So no huddle here by Hernandez. We've seen that he's been pretty accurate with that ball. He did have 2 incompletions towards the end of that last drive there for Panthers, but he gets one here.
Quickly back to action. Another pass in the flat, and again the receiver is able to field it, catch it, turn it upfield, and that is Benavides.
And so Benavides already getting those first 4 plays, you know, getting the ball, whether it's a pass or it's a run. And again, they're going to be working through him. Expect a lot of a heavy dose from the Panthers to Benavides.
Hernandez very accurate so far this evening, 5 for 7 for 79 yards passing. They're going to give it to Benavides, and a great job of sealing the edge was that Raider defense. Great job right there, finally containing Benavides.
And they mark him right where he gets tackled. They don't give him the forward progress on that play there, Javi. I believe
he's going to lose 3.
Yeah. And so now it's going to be a 3rd and 9. Ball sitting on the 26-yard line. You know, this is the first drive of the second half for the Panthers. They'd like nothing more than to finish with some points on board, but it's going to be a very hard 3rd and 9.
Panthers at their own 26. They got to get to their own 35. A high errant pass from the quarterback. Heavy pressure from Seven Sanchez. Made the quarterback get rid of it quickly. Had a man open in the flat. Incomplete pass. 4th and 9 upcoming for the Panthers. So the Raiders do their job. They give up a first down, and after that, not much doing. They're going to be forcing the Panthers to punt.
And the all-around utility player, Beltran, will go along with Seven Sanchez into the back for the receive the punt. Benavides in the back to receive the snap and punt the ball away.
So Benavides is going to boot it The line drive kick can be returnable if he fields it. It's fielded by the Raiders at the 35. And after a couple of missed tackles, Beltran scoots all the way to the Raider 47-yard line as a penalty comes flying. In fact, we got 3 penalty flags on the PSJA DHR Healthfield turf.
And so that should be a block in the back during the return. Block in the back. 42, receiving team. 10 yards into the run. First down. And so what would have put the ball past the 50-yard line, now they're going to go back 10 yards. The ball will be set. Sorry, the ball would have been set at the 46-yard line. They'll go 10 yards back. They're going to get this first ball at the 37.
Yeah, so still good, solid field position. Of course, that penalty hurts. But the Raiders leading 19-14 with 9:49 remaining here in the third quarter. The first time the Raiders have the ball here in the second half. Rangel at quarterback has a man in motion. The give is up the middle to Beltran. Beltran fights his way for about a 6-yard pickup. Good job right there on first down.
And again, the offensive line doing a great job of just opening those holes for Beltran. He's able to find his way, sneak his way through, and move the ball for 5 yards on that first down carry.
Yeah, they're going to say he got tackled at the Raider 42-yard line. They need to get to the 47 for a first down. So the Raiders quickly trying to move past midfield here on their opening possession of the third quarter as they have a 19-14 lead. A dive play this time up the middle by Gonzalez. And that's going to net about 2 yards, give them 3, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Raiders.
And Gonzalez a little bit upset with himself, trying to keep his feet on the ground. He knows if he hits it and he's able to keep upright, he's going to blow through there and you know, get himself a huge chunk of yards.
Yeah, he got into the second level, got tripped up by a linebacker. If not, he's off to the races, and I'm sure Gonzalez would have won that race. 3rd down and 2, though, upcoming for the Raiders. Rangel passes it, caught at the 40. Beltran's got to make a couple moves, and he does. Gets just past the first down marker. They're going to say it's at the Raider 47. That's just enough for a Raider first down.
So what should have been a tackle for a loss, you see at the experience that Beltran brings to this offense, he's able to lose a defender, kind of give him a shift, a move there, and then move forward to get the yards needed to gain that first down. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball is sitting still on the Raider 48, 8-13 in a 19-14 ball game here in the third quarter.
Rangel gets a snap, makes it a read option. Bit of confusion between him and Beltran. Fortunately, Rangel recovers that fumble, but still, it's a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Raiders.
And Rangel wanting to pull that ball out was already too far committed with the carry there. If he pulls it out, he's going to have himself a nice gain on first down. Instead, the miscommunication causes the ball to fall on the ground, and they're fortunate to recover it, setting up 2nd and 15 now. Ball not sitting at their 43-yard line.
So Rangel faces 2nd and 15, drops back, fires, completes a good pass to number 83 with the reception. Israel Olivares, the senior, makes a reception, gets knocked down at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
And he does an excellent job throwing it to the outside. If he moves that ball a little bit to the inside, it's a possibility it gets intercepted. Good placement of the ball by Rangel to Olivares, and it makes it very manageable 3rd and 4 here, Javi.
11-yard pickup on that pitch and catch. The Raiders in a much more manageable situation, but they're going to get backed up with a false start.
Number 79, offense, 5 yards, 3rd down. And so what should have been a 3rd and 4, a very makeable 3rd and 4, now comes to a very challenging 3rd and 9. Ball's going to go back past midfield to the 49-yard line of the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders are sitting at the 49-yard line. They need to get to the Panthers' 42-yard line. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. You're in by-district action at PSJA Stadium, DHR Healthfield, a production of KTRI, bringing you this fine matchup between PSJA North and Laredo United South. 3rd down play. Rangel drops back, sets up a screen. Rangel eludes the first defender, can't get by the second. It's going to fall about 4 yards short of a first down, tackled at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
And the Raiders have found themselves in this position before, and Coach Kaufman not afraid to pull the trigger to go all for it on 4th down. It is going to be about 4th and 5 here. We see the replay setting up a screen, high pass. Beltran does a good job coming down with it. Is unable to really set his feet, start making some moves before he gets swarmed by the Panther defense.
Yeah, so they pick up the penalty yards on that play. 4th and 5, it appears the Raiders are going to be going for it. Rangel awaits a snap, looks, fires, has a man open. Great slant pattern, just could not connect. He had a little bit of a window trying to find Nathan Salinas, just couldn't connect with him. Turnover on downs. The Laredo United South Panthers are going to have excellent field position at their own 46-yard line.
So again, you know, just the gamble does not pay off for the Raiders on that one. Sometimes those are the ones that you look back and say, you know, we could have pinned them deep. Our defense has been doing a good job. But now the Panthers with excellent field position at their own 46-yard line.
And on first down, Hernandez taking his time, changing the play, possibly redirecting his offense. It's going to be an end around, misdirection play, a lot of running room, but the ball carrier might have been sprung because of a holding call, and that was number 13, Ruben Arce III, picking up valuable yards, but this one may be coming back.
And I believe you're correct. It is going to be a holding call against the Panthers as they're already marching the ball back.
Holding. 72. Offense. 10 yards. First down.
So instead of being a first down or a very short second down, it's going to be 1st and 20 for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's a big turn of events right there. Would have been a very manageable short distance for the Panthers. It's going to be 1st and 20. We see the defense of the Raiders taking a break, regrouping, the offense taking a break. They want that defense to force a quick 3 and out, get that offense back on the field for the Raiders. 3-man defensive front, trying to get after the quarterback, drops back. Hernandez looks, can't find a receiver, finally does, floats it to an open receiver. Does he catch it in bounds? He will, and that'll be all the way to the Raiders' 35-yard line. My goodness.
So a 41-yard pass from the 36 to the 35 there, Javi, for Hernandez. The receiver falls to the ground. If he keeps his feet underneath. Sorry, 29-yard pass there. Excuse me, I got my math mixed up. And so, again, a big thank you to our stat man, the Jedi Nicanor here, who quickly corrects me.
Yeah, can't get anything by that guy.
No,
I tell you what. He must have been an accountant in a past life, but he loves numbers.
Either that or a former math educator.
And here we see the quarterback lofts it, and, you know, if he throws it more on a zip line, the receiver, number 13, Arce, could have caught that and run it down the sidelines for a lot more yards. But nonetheless, a big-time pickup on 1st and 20 by the Panthers, and I'm not sure what they're directing. They're saying, well, there's a scoreboard. It's 19-14 with 5:36 remaining. We're here at PSJA Stadium.
That's a big scoreboard, so I'm sure they're probably saying that, yeah, that's a play clock, and that's a scoreboard. Wind's blowing from the southeast at about 12, 15 miles an hour right now, Javi.
This reminds me of, you know, when I used to coach freshman girls basketball. They say, okay, girls, you guys are going to that basket. You're defending this basket, and once they tip it off, hey, people just go everywhere.
Well, but no, I think this is why they're both in the playoffs. I think they know which direction they're going here, Javi. Very exciting game, 19-14. Hernandez ready to receive the snap.
And Hernandez in an empty backfield. Quarterback keeper up the middle. Eludes a tackler right at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for about a generous 2-yard pickup. Brings up a 2nd and long. The Raider defense trying to withstand this surge by the Panthers offense. They're clinging to a 19-14 lead here midway through the 3rd quarter.
The linebacker does an excellent job keying the quarterback. It's called quarterback draw. The quarterback takes 1 step back, then hits that hole, but the linebacker reads him just right, makes a tackle for that 1-yard gain.
Hernandez will remain in shotgun formation, this time flanked by his speedy, elusive, ground-gaining running back, Benavides. He's going to follow him to the right sideline. The quarterback keeper eludes a couple defenders and falls forward once again, making something out of nothing. you know, 2 Raider defenders could have corralled him in the backfield, but instead Hernandez picks up positive yards.
And Hernandez, the second leading rusher for this Panther team. You see why here. He's able to elude some tacklers there. Again, arm tackles are you run through those arm tackles and then just get forward and get as many yards as you can, setting up a 3rd and about 6 for the Panthers.
Yeah, you're officially going to mark at 3rd and 7, so 2 yards on that keeper. The Panthers at the Raiders' 32-yard line. They got to get to the 25, and that's a Wildcat formation, and Benavides needed the 25, and he gets exactly to the 25. 7 yards later, it's a Panther first down.
So the Wildcat formation working just fine for the Panthers. Here you see direct snap again to Benavides. He sees the hole and just shoots again right through the hole, gets to the hole and just boom, hits it. Able to move the yards again. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Benavides with 122 yards rushing, empty backfield. Direct snap to Benavides. They liked it. They go back to it again. And again, the Raiders cannot defend it. A good 8-yard pickup on that first down.
And again, it's just Benavides following that offensive line, who's done an excellent job all night long, controlling the line of scrimmage. Defense has to stay disciplined, hit those gaps. Don't let those hands get underneath the shoulder pads, because then they get leverage on you. And that's exactly what's happening on these drives off this Wildcat formation.
And they're going to go back to that play again. It's not broken. Don't try to fix it. Benavides, exact same replay. Not as many yards, but still picks up about 5 or 6.
8 yards on that carry.
Well, it was instant replay. It was deja vu all over again for Benavides.
And so it will set up 1st and 10 with the ball at the 11-yard line. So you might have been right. That was a 7-yard carry there. They move it back a yard there, but it gives an opportunity for the Panthers to get a first down before this series if they need to, if they get that ball to the 1-yard line.
Benavides breathing heavily, but still receives a direct snap. This time he's going to try around the left side of the defensive front. Did he fumble? If he did, no, he was just pushed backwards. I think Benavides needs a breather. And that's a loss of 1. Great job right there by the Raider defense.
Number 2 does an excellent job of keeping that outside shoulder free.
And that allows Aaron Alvarez, number 90, to clean up. Big time tackle for a loss for the Raiders right there.
So the disciplined style of football played by the linebackers there that allows the defensive line and the rest of the team to corral Benavides in the back. Once again, Benavides in Wildcat here, Javi.
Benavides gets a snap. Goes around the right side, tries to find a man open in the end zone, passes it, flings it out there. Well, there's a lot of pushing and shoving, but that ball sails out of the end zone. I think that was the correct call. Just no play, incomplete pass. Benavides saying, come on, that should have been interference. No, sir, is the call.
And I think that's just an inadvertent contact. That's a good no call there by the officials. Both players were going backwards to the ball as it was going to be thrown over the heads of both. And again, you know, letting the boys play through the play here, and that's a good call there by the officials.
3rd down and 11 upcoming. Benavides again sneaks it right back up the middle. Trying to go off the right tackle, found a crease right down the center. And minimal gain, but still. 4th down upcoming, Robert. What do you do?
I say, I take the points. Take the points, Javi. Get the field goal out there. You're going to be down by 2.
I tell you what you do before that. I think you call a timeout. This is a huge play.
And my bigger question is, I have not seen the quarterback come out for Hernandez has not come out for the Panthers, so I'm curious as to what's going on that sideline for United South.
Well, I think they're just going with their bread and butter man. They say Benavides can move the ball, and that's what they're doing. And just as we thought, the Laredo United South Panthers.
Timeout. Laredo.
Black Friday savings start now at Clark Chevrolet in downtown McAllen.
There's never been a better time to buy at Clark Chevrolet.
Save over $14,000 off new Silverados or save $10,000 off Suburbans.
We guarantee the best customer buying experience you've ever had.
Since 1933,
we're family.
just a matter of executing for both that offense to score the touchdown or the defense to get a defensive stop.
Right. And I tell you what, to me, I go for it. I go for it simply because if you don't make it, you're going to force the Raiders to be in the shadows of their own defense, their own end zone, and allow your defense to come up with a big play. They are going to not roll the dice. They're going to try a field goal from 23 yards out. That is number 80 with field goal kicking duties, Robert Ortiz, the sophomore. None bigger kick for that sophomore as of yet, and he nails it. Ice running through his veins. The Panthers are on the scoreboard.
Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday ad. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Of that kickoff return for a touchdown, and that's a difference in the ballgame right now.
Well, the difference is going to be the possessions, and with 49 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, I can see each team having 3 possessions each to run out the ball game. And if the Raiders can score on any of these 3 possessions, I like their chances to advance and play next Friday here at 2 p.m. against San Benito. The kickoff is fumbled. My goodness, the Matt scramble for the ball at the 30-yard line. Hold your breath, Raider Nation. I thought he was down by contact myself. And they're going to say the Raiders recover their own fumble. We can breathe again.
Yeah, no, I was holding my breath. Still now, I just want to make sure that that's the correct call there. And that's why I did not say a word there, Javi. I'm glad the officials got it right there. As the Raider Nation maintains the ball there. Otherwise, a huge mistake there.
Wow. That would have been a backbreaker. And, well, will we see the Raiders go into the Wildcat formation with Beltran? It appears they will not. They're going to have Rangel at quarterback, flanked by Gonzalez. They're going to give it to him around the right side. No, it is Beltran, the running back. And he does a good job of evading one defender. Falls forward to the 35-yard line. Good piece of running. 5-yard pickup for Beltran and the Raiders.
Again, hats off to that offensive line. Rolando Cedillo, Rolando Ortega, Cruz Martinez, Francisco Salcedo, and Adrian Basaldua, who are opening these lanes, are sealing the edges and allowing the Raider running backs and skill players to get those yardage.
Well, this should be, Robert, the last play. Well, actually, I would not run a play if I were the Raiders. Put this one in your back pocket. Let's hit into the fourth quarter with the lead and the ball. And that is exactly what Coach Kaufman elects to do.
And so I'd like to remind our viewers not to miss the UIL Football State Championships on December 19th through the 22nd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tickets are available to purchase now through SeatGeek. For more information, visit uiltexas.org.
Right there, that's where the champions of the greatest state in high school football, Texas. That's what it's all about, Texas high school football. A lot of NFL players, top major college athletes come out of the state of Texas.
And you know what? It's been a long time since any of the Valley schools have played in a game as important as that. PSJA High playing 2 games there in the state playoffs in 1962 and 1963, back-to-back state finalists the Bears were.
Great times back in the 60s for PSJA High. And as I say the word PSJA High, the Raiders, false start.
False start. 24, offense.
And he's just a little too antsy there on that first play. They had probably something drawn up for the young man there as he was trying to get off his stance before the ball is snapped. 5-yard penalty is going to set the ball back to about 2nd and 10 now. That's going to negate that 5-yard gain on that first down.
Yeah, back to the original line of scrimmage at the Raider 30-yard line. The Raiders trying to pull out a tight victory. Right now they lead 19-17. Early moments of the fourth quarter. The issue still in doubt. Rangel looks to his left. Force out of the pocket to his right. He's got a lot of running room. He's a quick quarterback, a nimble quarterback. He gets 11 yards on that quarterback scramble. Passes the 40-yard line, out of bounds at the 41. First down, Raiders.
And you know what? That would not be a bad play to call all night long.
No.
Again, look off to your left. He sees open grass on the right, and his speed. You see him kick it into the second gear there again, to the next gear, and moves it up, moves the chains. 1st and 10, ball sitting at their own 41-yard line.
So let's see if the Raiders elect to eat up a lot of the play clock and eventually a lot of the game clock. Play clock at 10, that's where they hike it. And quarterback keeper, they read your mind, and Rangel again gets about 12, 13 yards. That was almost a penalty as somebody hit him way out of bounds. No call though after a 13-yard scamper from Isaiah Rangel.
Good run there again by Rangel. His elusive speed throws the defense off, and then again just hits the Jets. Moves the chains. 1st and 10 Raiders. Past midfield now at the Panther 46-yard line.
I tell you what, this would be a perfect time for the Raiders to do a misdirection with Rangel heading right and send Beltran to the left.
And you do have Beltran on the left-hand side.
Boy, actually it'll be Isaac Gonzalez, the freshman. Misdirection to Beltran, still to the far sideline. Read rather well, but Beltran does a great move. Spins out of a defender's hands, falls forward to the 40-yard line of the Panthers, making maybe a 2-yard gain into a spectacular 6-yard gain.
And so you called that play there just on the wrong side there. As I told you, Beltran's lined up on the left, so the misdirection is going to go to the right. That's exactly what happens on that play. And I'm going to touch back to what we talked about early in the first quarter on how these run-heavy teams will take a toll on the defense.
Right.
We're now in the fourth quarter here, Javi, and it's been a steady dose of giving your workhorses the rock, and they've been working their way down the field behind those big offensive linemen, and I think it's starting to take a toll. It's gonna be not be long before a team breaks one open.
Well, the Raiders have 286 total yards. 234 of those come through the ground. Rangel.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
In a moment, we're going to go ahead and take it to a commercial break.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to PSJA Stadium, a production of KTRI. We're here at DHR Hillfield, Class 6A by District Championship Division 1. The winner meets San Benito next week. The Raiders trying to accomplish that. Right now they lead 19-17 with 11:29 remaining in the ball game. High snap. Quarterback keeper Rangel eludes a lot of defenders. It's still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds at about the 27-yard line for about a 14-yard pickup for the quarterback Rangel.
And I'm just at all at the awareness of Rangel as he's able to pick that high snap off. He sees the defender keying in on the running back. He pulls the ball out, takes it off to the right-hand side, and again, you know, it's just skill of this athlete. Rangel doing an excellent job as the signal caller for this Raider offense.
And he's a junior, so he's going to come back. He's going to have some weapons, and this Raider offense should continue to click. this year and next year. Of course, they want to continue this year and head into next week's area round. A give is to Beltran. Beltran bounces like a pinball off a couple defenders. Picks up good 5 yards on that first down play once again.
And again, you talked about this being a young team. 3 out of those 5 offensive linemen are also coming back. So they're going to be a scary team next year. And as you see again, Beltran following the blocks of those linemen and then doing the work himself there and just bouncing his way up. Hard-earned yards for Beltran and that Raider offense.
Yeah, good 6 yards right there by Beltran and the Raider offense. They are now at the Panthers' 21-yard line, trying to extend this lead, trying to ice the game. Rangel hit in the backfield, not fooling anybody. A misdirection play, fake handoff to Beltran. And the Panther defense, they were waiting for that one.
Yeah, so now after that loss, it's going to go down to 3rd and 6 now. Ball sitting on the 23-yard line of the Panthers. It's 10 minutes here remaining in the fourth quarter. Your Raiders with a 19-17 lead and getting ready to try to get into red zone territory and gain a first down.
The Raiders would like nothing better than to get in the end zone, make this a 2-possession game. A field goal would give them a 5-point lead. Rangel trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets past a couple defenders. A late flag is thrown. Is that a face mask? And if it is, that'll be an automatic first down for the Raiders. As we sit right now, it'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for the Raiders from the Panthers' 19-yard line.
During the run, block in the back, number 8, offense. 10-yard penalty.
Well, the
3rd down.
Penalty actually goes against the Raiders, blocking the back, so it's a spot foul. They're going to give them a few yards and then push it back, and the Raiders are going to be forced into a 3rd and very long. It was 3rd and 6. They picked up maybe about 4.
And again, we talked about, the wearing.
Fans, mark the day and make your plans to attend the Party on the Boulevard in Mercedes February 2nd. It's a festival featuring a beer garden, food trucks, 2 music stages, artisans, competitions, pet parade, and more. Family-friendly event. Admission is free. Check out the Facebook and the website at Party on the Boulevard. Saturday, February 2nd, along the Boulevard at the Rio Grande Valley Livestock Showgrounds in Mercedes, Texas. Be there. It won't be a party without you.
Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search football.
And we are back at PSJA Stadium after an injury timeout. The Raiders will be forced to try to gain 11 yards on 3rd down after that block in the back penalty with 9:37 remaining here at DHR Hillfield. The Raiders trying to pad a 2-point lead. Right now they lead Laredo United South 19-17.
And you mentioned something during the break there, Javi. It is getting really interesting as this time keeps winding down. Again, the Raiders facing a 3rd and 11 here after that penalty.
Well, possessions are at a premium here at the end of the game here in the fourth quarter. Rangel fires. And just a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe that ball was tipped because it was a few yards away from his intended receiver. That probably is what happened, a tip ball. And that brings up a 4th down. Kind of in no man's land, though, Robert.
And no. Again, Kaufman's not going to send the field goal unit out onto the field. They're going to have to go for it here. It's going to be 4th and 11. You're looking maybe to get them offsides. If not, then you got your play called right now. And the Raiders heading to the ball, taking on a very important 4th and 11 with 9:24 in the fourth quarter.
So a very big 4th down coming for Rangel and the Raiders. A slant pattern is caught at the 15-yard line. What a great pass. What a great reception to perfection. The Raiders pick up a 4th and 11. First down, Raiders.
Great job by number 83, Israel Olivares, who's been coming in clutch in the big plays here. Here you see great catch, great concentration. He gets position on the defender, and as a defender, you do not want to give up the slant. You take the slant away, give up the outside, and have the sideline be the second defender for you. Instead, They give up the slant, and they give up a first down.
And it will be first down for the Raiders at the Panthers' 12-yard line. Quarterback keeper on the left side tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Great job of submarining the quarterback, or is the Panther defense.
Yeah, that's the only thing they can do right now if they want to have any chance to get to Rangel. And they're diving at his legs there. They do trip him up after a 2-yard gain. It is going to be 2nd and 8. But more importantly, Javi, that clock continues to tick down, and it becomes another player for the Raiders there.
Right.
And it becomes that 12th man against the Panthers team.
Isaiah Rangel with 131 yards rushing. I'm sure they're going to try to add to this total unless they give it to Beltran. They do in a jet sweep. Beltran eludes one defender, gets the edge, cuts it in. Does he get into the pylon? I believe he did. No, they're going to say he's marked down at about the 1-yard line. That was very close. Great effort right there by Arturo Beltran.
Excellent blocking by the wide receiver on the outside, holding on to the defender there, not letting him get to the ball carrier. And he drives him out into the sideline, allowing Beltran to lunge forward. Here we see again, just to give to Beltran to the right-hand side, takes it upfield. Look at the receiver staying on his block right there, taking him out to the sideline. Great job by number 24.
Touchdown, baby. Instant replay. Timeout. Somebody call throw the flag out there. Let's review it. We're not going to be able to do it. And it's not going to matter because Arturo Beltran will not be denied. Excuse me, no, Isaiah Rangel with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. Raider touchdown.
So number 28 calls his own number, takes a snap, heads on right behind the center and guard, lunges forward with that long body of his. Touchdown Raiders, extending that 2-point lead to 8. There he is. No need to bring him down. He's already crossed that goal line. And now we're awaiting that extra point to make this a 9-point game.
Yeah, well, right now it's 25-17. Actually, the Raiders going for the extra point instead of the 2 points, and it is blocked. It is up for grabs, and it is a foot race. Who's going to win this one? Pushed out of bounds. Wow, that would have made this ball game even more interesting than it already is with 7:55 remaining in the ball game. The Raiders 25, the Panthers 17.
Why not? Just let's make this game more interesting.
Ambulance Transportation Services has been in business serving the McAllen metro area for over 30 years. Since 1997, ATS has been transporting bedbound patients for non-emergency medical care, Medicaid and Medicare patients, and private pay. If you or your loved ones need a quality transport, want to be treated by experience and professionals with dignity and care, call today. Ambulance Transportation Services.
Their organization, their drama, they put on great performances, you know, every year. They're a great cast of characters out there, but let's not do it on the football field. Keep it in the auditorium, guys. You know, and as you mentioned, Robert, Laredo United South, the Panthers are a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from tying this ball game. The Raiders have missed 2 extra points, failed on a 2-point conversion, and missed a field goal.
That itself is a lot of points on the board. As I said all evening long, the Raiders have looked like the better team tonight, but missed opportunities, and that's what has us here at this moment with only an 8-point lead.
And here we go. The kickoff sails into the end zone, but a penalty flag were the Raiders offsides.
And he was about 4 to 5 yards past the line before the kicker even kicked the ball.
Kicking team.
And I'll tell you what, I'm a proponent of, on the kickoffs, if there's a flag, I'd make them kick it again because they just did a 50, 60-yard sprint downfield.
Exactly, Javi, and I'm going to agree with you there. You know, this is conditioning at its best.
Yeah.
You just ran down 50 yards. Let's do it again.
And try to tackle somebody.
So, again, you know, things can go into your favor here. These are where the big plays come in. You're allowing your special teams another opportunity to have an impact on this game here in the fourth quarter.
So the Raiders are going to have to kick off once again, this time from their own 35-yard line. The deep men for the Panthers are sitting around their own 10-yard line, so expect the Panthers to probably return this ball probably around the 25, 30-yard line, maybe in the 35 with a good kickoff return. That'll put them in prime position to stage a comeback with just under 8 minutes remaining here at PSJA Stadium.
Another thing you see there, Javi, a lot of those players on the kickoff team also play on defense. So
yes, they do. And the kickoff is a good one, fielded by the receiver at the 5-yard line, quickly crosses the 20, gets met at the 23. Great kickoff coverage by the Raiders.
That was number 53, Alter Arena, the junior, who takes on the block there, keeps and just continues downfield with his eye set on the kick returner, and then squares up, makes a great open field tackle. Here we see a great kickoff there, fielded by number 22, Benavides, up the field. Number 53, boom, takes a block and still makes a tackle right there, Javi, hitting the Panthers at their own 22-yard line.
And that was actually a -3 for the Panthers. As the ball went into the end zone, they would have had the ball 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Instead, it'll be at their own 22. The quarterback, Efrain Hernandez, who was absent last possession, last drive for the Panthers, back at the helm at quarterback, looks to his left, fires, has a man open. He will make the reception at the 25-yard line, but still a minimal 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it looks to be a 2 to 3 yard gain on that pass. 2nd and 7. Clock is ticking, 7:32 and counting. 2 timeouts remaining for the Panthers. They're going to need a touchdown on this drive. I don't know if they can withstand another drive by the Raiders, as the Raiders have had good ball control and moved the ball consistently in the second half.
Trips right for Hernandez, but instead they give it to their running back. And I'll tell you what, finally somebody sniffs it out. Great job, great defensive effort. Fine job by the defense of the PSJ North Raiders.
And they had that one read from the beginning. Benavides not fooling nobody on that one. 44 gets into the backfield, 42, sorry. 31 cleaning up. Good job there by number 31, Micah Lopez, the sophomore.
Big tackle by Lopez, forcing a 39 for the Panthers. Lot of running room, and that closes quickly for the quarterback. The Raider Nation is roaring right now on the sidelines as they're going to force the Panthers into a 4th and 9.
And so I'm just, the quarterback Hernandez never sees Benavides off to his right side. He's wide open.
Yes,
He'll definitely get you that first down. And instead of just throwing it to his outlet receiver, Benavides, he takes the sack. It is going to be 4th, and he's called it 4th and 12 here. Raiders defense stepping up on this drive.
And the Panthers in punt formation, lacking a player. 3 seconds on the play clock. Will they use a timeout or?
Timeout, Laredo.
That's a valuable timeout they're using. I would have rather have taken a 5-yard delay of game. And with that being said, we're going to send it to a commercial break.
Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, the big plays from gridiron games across the state.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to a KTRI production of PSJA football. It's by district action. Your very own PSJA North Raiders hosting the Laredo United South Panthers. PSJA North forcing a Panther punt. No one deep though for the Panthers. Excuse me, for the Raiders. As the Panthers are in punt formation. They will punt it. Punt lands right at midfield, takes a Panther bounce, going to roll dead at about the Raiders' 41-yard line. So that's where
KBW Supply, a wholesale distributor of landscape and athletic field supplies for over 40 years in Donna. Baseball season is coming up. Get your fields looking great with the Diamond Pro products. Try the Red Field Conditioner, mounding clay, and marking dust. Call KBW Supply for a quote or a bid at 956-464-4491. KBW Supply, your source for landscape and athletic field supplies.
At 2 o'clock against San Benito. But first things first, Javi, you got to get that all-important first down on this drive.
Yeah, a couple first downs, and the Raiders should wrap it up. A touchdown and 99% sure they will win this ball game, and Beltran is trying to make that a sure thing as he is elusive as ever. Big time chunks of yards right there for Arturo Beltran.
18-yard carry by Arturo Beltran on that first carry, and here we see him again just running behind those big boys, cuts it upfield, big lanes. Good job of blocking again by the receivers downfield. We talked about it. Sooner or later, one of these teams is going to get worn out, and right now, Panthers with their hands on their hips, breathing heavily.
Arturo Beltran on 16 carries, 106 yards, so 2 ball carriers for the Raiders. Beltran and Rangel with over 100 yards rushing this evening. Rangel will keep it, try to add to his rush total. Gains a couple, not much doing, but still positive yards. And more importantly, Robert, the clock keeps ticking.
Under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. They are sitting at the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Second and 8. It was a 2-yard gain on that first down carry by Rangel.
Well, I assume the Raiders, with under 5 minutes remaining in this ball game, are going to keep it between the tackles. Here we see the replay. Just a good read right there by Rangel, the quarterback. Just not much doing, but more importantly, he cuts it upfield instead of heading towards the sideline. And the Raiders, with under 10 seconds on the play clock, 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game, they're going to give it to their freshman, Isaac Gonzalez. Gonzalez falls forward, tripped up at the 35-yard line. Another good 4-yard pickup by that freshman right there. Brings up a very manageable 3rd down upcoming, 3rd and 4 for the Raiders.
A big hit there taken by Gonzalez, but like you said, more importantly, he stays in bounds in between those tackles. Ball sitting on the right hash right now of the Panther 35-yard line, 3:56 and counting, 17 on the play clock. Number 25 for the Raiders goes in with the play. That is Rolando Coronado. Expect this ball to get snapped with about 3 seconds on that play clock.
Yeah, the Raiders broke their huddle with 10 on the play clock, already at 4-3. They got to get it off. 2, they do. Give it up to middle to Beltran. Not much doing. Great stout defense right there by the Panthers. Will they elect to call a timeout here on 3rd down and 4 with 3:29 remaining? Excuse me, 4th down and 4 with 3:29 remaining in the ball game. They do not.
And so the Raiders can take this all the way down to 1 second on the play clock, then call the timeout, set up the punting team, and then pin the Panthers deep inside their territory.
Well, before that, I try to draw them off sides. If the defense is offsides, that's an automatic 1st down for the Raiders and possibly good night for the Panthers. 4th down punt formation. The play clock was about to expire.
PSJA.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com. Download the free Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Get live high school scores from across the state. Check out team schedules and show your school spirit live online. Download the best high school football app in Texas. Search Football Friday.
For our home team, you know, some of those opportunities that the Panthers missed, our own Raiders have capitalized on them,
right?
And that's why we have ourselves a 25-17 ball game.
Yeah, statistically, you know, the Raiders with 359 total yards, the Panthers with 239. So there's a big difference in yardage right there. But on the scoreboard is the only thing that matters, and the Panthers are merely a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away. Of course, the Panthers can't score if the Raiders continue to move the ball, and of course it's 4th down, a punt situation, and it's a good one. Can they get it down inside the 1? Do they not? They're gonna say he did at the 1-yard line. Spectacular special teams play, and the Panthers
that ball should go out to the 25, Javi, across the goal line.
They're going to talk. They said he stopped.
He stopped, but he carries the ball.
Yeah, he did.
He carried the ball into the end zone.
No argument, though, from the Laredo United South. So they're going to have to traverse 99 yards if they want to get into the end zone.
Well, I mean, unless I'm mistaken there, Javi,
I would think you got to field it and possess it. They said maybe he held his ground more than 3 seconds. I don't know, 5-second rule. I don't know what it was.
They blew the whistle maybe when he downed it. But, I mean, nonetheless, you're right, Javi. If they blew the whistle, I understand that ball is spotted correctly.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the shadows of their own end zone. A quick pass and a good run after the reception by number 1, Toby Cisneros. Gets 14 yards on 1st down. Big time run.
14 yards on that wide receiver screen. It was working for them in the first half. They haven't gone to it lately. Works for them there to get out of their own territory.
2.5 minutes remaining. The quarterback drops back, looks, fires, finds a man on the flat, caught at the 11. Eludes one defender, stays on his feet, stays in bounds though at the 20-yard line. So hard fought 5 yards, but the good job for the Raiders was keeping that ball carrier, the receiver, in bounds. The clock keeps ticking. 2 minutes approaching, 2:05 on the clock. The Panthers at their own 15-yard line. They're going to go with a reverse end around. Got a lot of running room, but good solid tackle at the 27-yard line. But nonetheless, the Panthers pick up another 1st down.
So they're going to stop the clock temporarily until they set the ball. Ball is set. Clock is going to start ticking. 1:52 and counting. Ball sitting on the 26-yard line of the Panthers.
And the Panthers with 1 timeout, shotgun formation, trying to get downfield. Is Hernandez and the Panthers. Looks, fires, finds a man at the 25, jets through to the 34-yard line. About a 7-yard pickup. More importantly, time is of the essence for the Panthers, and a good job by Benavides stepping out of bounds.
A little bit more awareness this time by that offensive player, Benavides. As again, he's the outlet man, throws it out to the flats there. Good catch, takes it upfield as many yards as he can, then gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 1:38.
And the Raiders will more than happy to receive these dinks and dunks from the Panthers as long as they can keep them in front, not move the chains. 2nd down. It looks like another little soft toss, and the quarterback flings it into no man's land. Oh my goodness, the Raiders had a golden opportunity to intercept it. Instead, it is a miracle reception by the Panthers. And the Panthers, I'll tell you what, they're in business.
Why not? It's been that type of evening all night long.
Big time game, big chunk of yards. 34 yards on that miracle reception by the Panthers there at the Raiders 32-yard line. An end around, jet sweep, met hard, met rudely in the backfield. That tackle is going to be for about a loss of 1. The Panthers are now sitting at the Raiders 34-yard line as we approach under 1 minute. The Panthers still with 1 timeout. Hernandez draws back, looks deep, has a man open, fires. It is Benavides. Benavides stays on his feet, finally dragged down. About a time being consumed by the running back, not wanting to go down easily. Surprised the Panthers have not called a timeout, and I believe
timeout.
They finally do.
Laredo.
Truck Techs in Harlingen is your source for lifts, wheels, and tires. Talking trucks of any size, any model, and any year. Specializing in accessories with top-of-the-line products to bring that special look to your truck in a professional way. Lifts, wheels, and tires, with financing available too. Call today or stop by Truck Techs in Harlingen.
DHR Healthfield, our very own PSJA North Raiders, 25, Laredo United South, 17.
And what a huge boost to this team here as the crowd gets up and out of their seats, hands up in the air. It is deafening here, Javi.
It is definitely loud here. It sounds like a rock concert going on right here at PSJA Stadium. All important 3rd down upcoming for Laredo United South from the Raider 34-yard line. They have to get to the 22. They want to move the chains. It is 3rd down. Hernandez asks for the ball, rolls out to his right, tries to find a receiver, throws it out of bounds. The Raiders have a golden opportunity if their defense can get a defensive stop here on 4th and 11. The Panthers are hanging by a thread.
And you know what, Javi? It's a good play call there The defender's trying to get out to the out route. The receiver's trying to get on the out route. Good play by the defender. I don't know why I would have called it to my sideline.
Yeah.
I might have some influence on the referee trying to get that pass interference instead of playing it away to the home side, where the coaches are going to have an influence on the staff there.
Well, the scoreboard reads, make noise, and that is exactly what the home crowd, Raider Nation, is doing. And the all-important 4th down is going to be paused. Maybe do it to a timeout, but the Panthers don't have any, well.
The Raiders, I believe the Raiders are the ones who called the timeout here.
Okay, there we go.
Oh.
No, I want to say the Panthers did. I'm not sure who did, but Kaufman is irate. And I'm on his side tonight. I think the Panthers called a timeout, and if they did, that should be a penalty and possibly a runoff. But nope, I'm probably incorrect, and it's going to be 4th down. The play clock is underway. All important 4th down.
This is it, Javi.
This is it. Throw all your chips in on one play. Can the Raider defense, they've done it all year long. Can they be stout? Can they deny a 1st down on 4th down? And maybe we're going to have a timeout this time by the Raiders. A lot of confusion out there.
There is a lot of confusion.
Wow. What a ball game. We had a brilliant one last night. This one is just as equal.
So there's 19 seconds on the clock.
Clock operator, 38 seconds.
Okay, there we go.
38 seconds on the clock.
We were hoping nobody would catch that one. Smooth move right there by the clock operator.
Well, he brings it down to 3.8 seconds.
Well,
how about
38?
Right?
Thank you.
I could already hear him say, I kind of misunderstood. I just heard a 3.8. Well, they're going to put 38 official seconds remaining. Nonetheless, Robert, if the Panthers don't pick up 11, it's going to be pandemonium here at PSJA Stadium because the North Raiders are going to advance to the area round of the playoffs. But first things first, 4th down upcoming. 12 on the play clock, last second instructions. Got a barking out by the quarterback. 5 on the play clock. He's got to snap it. He finally does. Big time rush by the Raiders. Good solid pocket. Flings it deep. He's into nobody's land, and that is intercepted, and that is it. And who else but none other than the sensational defensive specialist in all of the Rio Grande Valley, Seven Sanchez.
Turn off the lights. The party's over for the visiting Panthers. Barring any bad snaps, right now the Raiders can get into victory formation here and walk away with the W, advancing to the area round in Division I 6A football, still alive. And congratulations to Coach Kaufman and his group on that strong defensive stance, keeping the Panthers away from the end zone. Seven Sanchez sealing the deal for them. Here we go, ball's put at the 20. Victory formation for the Raiders.
Wow, I tell you what, the Raiders last year, they lost a lot of hard-fought ball games. You know, they went 2-8, I believe. And they turned it around this year. A lot of talent coming back. They put that effort in the offseason, in the early part of the non-district schedule. The PSJA North Raiders are gonna walk off with a 25-17 victory. Great effort by the offense. Great seal right there by the defense. Seven Sanchez does a job with a big interception. We'll be here next Friday, Robert, hosting the San Benito Greyhounds on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving at 2 p.m.
So, Javi, a wonderful evening of football here, brought to you again by our K-Tri staff and the PSJA ISD. At this moment, we're going to go ahead and send it to our field reporter, Pedro Leja.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
To help fulfill your retirement needs, come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
An exciting night of football, exciting evening of football.
It's going to be a great festive by-district matchup. The Raiders with Rangel under center. It's an end around. The Raiders are off and running on first down. Big time run right there by John Garza. He took as he's passed. Rangel has passed for 1,495 yards, 14 touchdowns at 1,198 yards on the ground. And a bad snap. Rangel does his best to get it. He's got a lot of open room, though. This might work out in their benefit. Squeezes by a couple defenders down the right sideline, the far side.
First and goal. Ball's now on the 5-yard line. And the Raiders, you know, doing a good job on this series.
They're almost going to eat up about 4 minutes on this drive. Of course, this began at the 24-yard line. Rangel with the keeper. He's going to sneak in. Does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown. Excuse me. That is Beltran with a direct snap and the 3rd and 1 upcoming.
And that was Seven Sanchez with the tackle, stopping the defender just a yard short of the first down.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage are the Panthers. They're going to give it to their running back once again. He eludes a couple defenders, and he's off to the races. Gets past the 30, the 25, dragged down at the 22-yard line. Scrimmage once again. They got to get to the Raiders' 12-yard line if they want to continue this drive. More than likely in field goal range already. Hernandez looks to his right, fires, got some man wide open, caught at the 7-yard line. That'll be more than enough for a first down, and that is Toby Cisneros against the Raiders. So the Panthers will have first and goal once again. This time at the Raiders' 3-yard line, shotgun formation, direct snap to the running back, and he's going to find a crease around the left side. Easy money touchdown right there for Brian Benavides. And the playoff started on Thursday. Each team got to see teams in action on Thursday and Friday, and I think they're well prepared here for a Saturday afternoon ball game. 5 o'clock p.m. start here at PSJA Stadium, and the give is up the middle. Ball fakes everybody, does the quarterback Rangel. Great ball skills, crosses midfield.
We're talking about here, as we're already down to 3 minutes here, but again, Raiders in red zone territory for the second time this evening.
Rangel in shotgun mode, 3 receivers to his right, flanked by a running back. He's going to follow that running back as a lead blocker. Rangel into the 5-yard line. He's going to tackle at about the 1-yard line. First and goal for the second time this evening. The first time the Raiders were able to punch it in with Beltran from 6 yards out. Let's see if they can do it again. Under center is Rangel. They're going to give it to their running back, and that will be another touchdown for Beltran and the Raiders, and a remaining before the half. Here in by-district action here at PSJA Stadium, a production of KTRI. Rangel sits pretty in the pocket, a lot of room. Finally finds a receiver wide open at the 24-yard line.
Out to his right, finds number 24 there. Good job staying in bounds. And again, Raiders got a first down.
New set of downs for the Raiders as they continue to move the ball downfield. Good elusive run right there by Rangel. I'll tell you what, Robert, I thought he was dead to right at the line of scrimmage by Gonzalez.
And yeah, that's a good spot by the official. Falls a little short of the marker needed to move the chains there. So 3rd and 1 for the Panthers.
No gain on that play. And a dangerous pass is caught on the far sidelines, and streaking down the sidelines is the receiver. Of course, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Raiders' 39-yard line. Hernandez at quarterback. Benavides gets the give. Lot of big running room around the middle, the heart of the defense. And the Panthers can pick up a first down before they get it in the end zone. Of course, the Raiders would like nothing better than a defensive stop. Direct snap to Benavides. Flag thrown. Benavides trying to get around the edge. Does he sneak into the end zone? Will not. Dragged down at about the 1-yard line of the.
Both teams have been successful here. We're awaiting the Panthers, see if they can capitalize on this series.
They need a yard to go. This drive began at the 20 of the Panthers. 5 first downs later, a quarterback sneak. Well, actually it is a touchdown for Benavides. And the
playing for the touchdown. It is a touchdown. As we sit right now, you said it, Javi, 13-12, 3:19 remaining. And the Panthers electing to go for 2 here, Javi.
And the 2-point conversion from Benavides will be successful. He outflanks the defenders. You fielded at the Raider 5-yard line. Brought up past the 20. 25, gets a little seam and he fumbles, and who's going to recover it? It is the Raiders, and he's off to the races. Gets past the kicker. Johnny on the spot, running for a touchdown. Raiders fortunate. That is number 8. Laredo United South first down, and they have the ball at their own 32-yard line. With 1:24 remaining in the first half. Hurry up offense for the Panthers. A pass to a wide open receiver caught at the 45.
Go 44 seconds and another opportunity for the Raiders to add some points.
Rangel with a reverse to Beltran. Beltran's got a blocker in front of him. He squeezes by. Yes, he does. Can he pick up one more blocker? He evades a defender. Gets stood up at the 40-yard line. They're going to give him forward progress to the 39. Force a quick 3 and out. Get that offense back on the field for the Raiders. 3-man defensive front trying to get after the quarterback. Drops back. Hernandez looks. Can't find a receiver. Finally does. Floats it to an open receiver. Does he catch it in bounds? He will, and that'll be yard line. The Raiders trying to pull out a tight victory. Right now they lead 19-17. Early moments of the fourth quarter. The issue still in doubt. Rangel looks to his left. Forced out of the pocket to his right. He's got a lot of running room. He's a quick quarterback. Nimble 6A by district championship Division I. The winner meets San Benito next week. The Raiders trying to accomplish that. Right now they lead 19-17 with 11:29 remaining in the ball game. High snap. Quarterback keeper. Rangel eludes a lot of defenders. It's still
heading to the ball. Taking on a very important 4th and 11 with 9:24 in the fourth quarter.
So a very big 4th down coming for Rangel and the Raiders. A slant pattern is caught at the 15-yard line. What a great pass. What a great reception.
Team
Isaiah Rangel with 131 yards rushing. I'm sure they're going to try to add to this total unless they give it to Beltran. They do in a jet sweep. Beltran eludes one defender, gets the edge, cuts it in. Does he get into the pylon? I believe he did. No, they're going to say he's marked down at about the 1 yard.
Inside, takes it upfield. Look at the receiver staying on his block right there, taking him out to the sideline. Great job by number 24.
Touchdown, baby. Instant replay. Timeout. Somebody call throw the flag out there. Let's review it. We're not going to be able to do it. And it's not going to matter because Arturo Beltran will not be denied. Excuse me, no, Isaiah.
You got to get that all-important first down on this drive.
Yeah, a couple first downs, and the Raiders should wrap it up. A touchdown, and 99% sure they will win this ball game. And Beltran is trying to make that a sure thing as he is elusive as ever. Big time.
Whistle maybe when he downed it. But, I mean, nonetheless, you're right, Javi. If they blew the whistle, I understand that ball is spotted correctly.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the shadows of their own end zone. A quick pass and a good run after the reception by number 1. More than happy to receive these dinks and dunks from the Panthers as long as they can keep them in front, not move the chains. 2nd down. It looks like another little soft toss, and the quarterback flings it into no man's land. Oh my goodness, the Raiders had a golden opportunity to intercept it. Instead, it is a miracle reception by the barking out by the quarterback. 5 on the play clock. He's got to snap it. He finally does. Big time rush by the Raiders. Good solid pocket. Flings it deep into nobody's land, and that is intercepted, and that is it. And who else but none other than the sensational defensive specialist in all of the Rio Grande Valley.